where we last left off, we found out that the sky is strawberries, and
Well,
our group of intrepid adventurers had just gone all the way over to the Meston estate over in the nearby mountains in Rosenvale, and had a interesting conversation with one Makir Meston. Gail had an interaction with some kids. Rudy found out that there's a pretty good chance that her teacher also taught one Makir Meston, and then figured out that it's pretty likely that he also taught one Asagio Dene. I apologize. Slip of the tongue.
they're married. The wife.
They're also two very different races. One's a human, one's an elf. So that was a slip of the tongue.
The wife.
I mean, look at our
names.
Afterwards, the team then began making their way back to Hussein, where a couple of things occurred. A very large offer of money was made for the group in regards to information for the Sky Island Danos. And let's see, Mercy went and got a tattoo and was last doing that.
Yep.
And also doing.
Yes.
She hasn't yet.
She's planning on it.
It's a work in progress.
And then the team was given a very urgent message by the boss and was told that the followers of Rahain have been found in Aardglass. Along with that, he presented you with a newspaper article showing that a individual of interest in that town was recently killed, one Padyar McGillis. There were, and two other recent articles that I went over last time and are only so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, Connor.
And where we last left off, you guys were told that you were probably going to have to meet up with Avero's wife.
In the morning, right?
She just said meet up his wife. He didn't say when.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said in the morning.
You guys are still in the meeting in regards to what to do with the followers.
We're still inside. Okay.
So,
So we will start off there. Mercy, unfortunately, you're not there.
Nope. I'm a bit busy.
Kate, I've unmuted you because you're done with your rant now, I'm assuming. Jolly,
Shut up.
you can talk at some point.
Oh, wait, was I muted this whole time?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's amazing.
I thought that intro was oddly quiet.
Yeah,
right?
it was.
Yeah,
You cocksucking son
it
of a
was. What a shame.
okay,
bitch. When
anyway.
I see you, I'm gonna throw my yarn at you.
Anyway. Cal will look at him and say, how can your wife help us?
She's pretty talented when it comes to spell casting. She can definitely help. She'll have to come with you, but she's probably not going to get involved.
What kind of spell mage is she?
I think Taki. More of a bardy mage. You know?
Aw.
I wish you guys could see Jill's face. Which I assume is the same face Ro was making.
Roche is excited. Absolutely.
It still leaves the issue of dealing with the followers, though.
Do you have any more information than what you've given us?
Apparently, they're pretty well rooted.
Do you know specific locations or just somewhere in Aardglass?
Somewhere in our... Well, I don't know the exact locations. I was pretty sure that Padyar was going to give me that. Can't do it now. He's dead.
Yeah.
Would he have written it down anywhere?
That I don't know.
Perhaps we
Did
can find
you
that
two-
information.
How did you two communicate? The comm disc or some other way?
Yeah, more or less. He just used a basic spell for sending an animal messenger. You know,
Ooh.
Oh, they're nice. Animals are very good at talking.
it worked, and it did the job. It was less subtle than a shiny silver disc of metal, which
Would you
most people. notice.
Would you prefer that we don't use that if we're going to speak with you?
You're not bringing those with you.
Okay.
I
Well,
just
I can.
got this.
Sorry.
I can.
I know it sucks, but no.
It's
Mm.
okay. I'm still struggling on how to use it anyway.
I can still communicate with you, so that's fine.
It's good enough.
I have the ability to do that, so.
But basically, the discs stay here, the cloaks stay here.
Oh, I just got the disc.
I know. And apparently they're well rooted enough that some people in the town are supporting them.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
great.
Shoot.
Then they die too.
No.
Well,
Perhaps if
gonna have
they
to-
get violent.
yes.
We should avoid
I will
violence.
point out Aardglass is a big enough city that they do have a guard force.
Do you?
And if they are more well rooted than I'm expecting, then you can't exactly start a fight in the street. You'll get arrested, and I can't step in.
Yeah, no, that's. Do you happen to know who the leader is, or he never told you that information?
I wasn't told.
Here's a question. What are we supposed to do about the people they've recruited? Are we supposed to kill them as well, or try to leave some survivors and then show them the arrows of the way?
I'll leave that to your discretion. The higher ups are definitely going to need to go, and anybody guarding them are probably so wrapped up in this shit that it'd probably be for the best.
Well, I imagine they'll be trying to kill us, so no hard feelings there.
Aside from that, it's kind of up to you. You could, and I wouldn't blame you. The town might if they find out who you are. But
The town might kill us, or try to help us save them.
arrest you, most likely. I mean, if it's, let's say, worst case scenario, a lot of people are buying it. If you get caught, you'll get arrested. Executed at worst. At best, probably locked up for a very long time.
Cool. This is fun.
Your wife, is she going to stick around, or is she going to come back?
She
Can
has
you
to stick
find a
around,
different way
otherwise
back?
you can't come back.
Get back.
She won't help you.
That's fair.
That's fine. I think we can do this.
I wouldn't
Mhm.
want to implicate her in any way. So
Yeah. Well,
Wouldn't-
subtlety is pretty necessary right now.
right,
How many of you can hide how you look?
I
I
can.
Give
Got
me
it.
Rudy
the-
raises her
Disguise.
hand.
We can do it.
Oregon raises her hand.
I've disguised myself before. Don't worry.
Okay.
Who raises their
hand?
I worry. I feel like most of us are perfectly capable. Gail, can you? Because you and Mercy might be the ones that stick out the most.
If I have to walk out in the street, I can change how I look.
Okay. Mercy,
And
I
all
don't
I would
think.
need is just a short rest, a couple moments to regain my breath and refocus, and then I can keep, looking. In fact, I could probably look like an elf, and he'll cast it and cast this guy's self shrink about 3 feet, and instead of the normal Gale, it'll be a blue, long-haired elf.
I'll point out a lot of elves in this world aren't blue skinned.
Sorry, not blue skin, blue hair.
Blue-haired, gotcha.
Long blue hair, and actually very tan skin.
I was going to say,
Oh,
oh no, we got a
Simper
fucking blood elf here.
No,
So-
nothing that bad.
Isn't the rule for disguise
Oh my
self you
God.
can't go more than a foot in either direction?
It is
Different for the
different
ritual.
for Fearbolg. If I
It
remember
is different for a
Oh.
Fearbolg.
Okay, sorry.
This is a natural Fearbolg ability.
Yes.
I believe this is a little bit easier.
I can.
Well,
It's also a bit more
you're
believable.
not. Well, he's also not 10 feet tall. I feel like that will be the main thing.
All right.
I
I'm
only worry
assuming most of these are going to be through magic.
Yes.
Nope.
Mine's not.
Absolutely not.
Mine is through magic.
Okay.
I don't have any magic.
For the ones with magic, what about when it breaks?
I was thinking of
Can't keep
picking
it up forever.
I was thinking of picking up a disguise kit just in case.
Is there a magic item that can perhaps help with that?
It's expensive.
Hmm.
It would be cheaper just to have a base disguise.
It'd be cheaper to get a scarf and some hair dye.
It's quite difficult. She like holds up her skin. It's quite difficult for me to cover this up.
Well,
Like,
you're
hold up her
also
hands.
the
Face
most
paint?
magically inclined of us all.
I have
If there's
the
any
ability-
item that like could just change the color of something, could you like?
I'd still have the horns and the tail.
Get a cloak. Plain one. Put a hood over it. Hide the horns. Hide the tail.
It's not gonna do.
Again, don't you have like 1,000,000 castings?
I should be fine. I can regain my castings on a bit of a breather, and I can for
Sounds
about
like
7
you-
hours. I should be
Everybody
fine.
gets tired eventually,
Yeah.
and that's the issue. It's typically how you wind up dealing with a spellcaster. You tire them out until eventually they can't cast any more spells, and then you just take them down.
I know.
If we are going for subtle, one way that I have gone around towns that were less inclined to have somebody my height around was normally to stick to areas that are a little bit more shaded, stay more out of sight.
And I do have I need the time to copy it into my book, but I have the spell that will allow us to have the hood, and I can, if we need to stay out of town, I can cast it and blend us into the world around us with colors.
Question: how close can your wife get us to Aardglass?
Close.
How close?
Not too far. A few miles, really.
Okay, so it's might be in our best interest to stay out, go into the town at brief intervals of time for our. Since it sounds like those of you who use magic to disguise yourselves need a breather every once in a while to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And we just get the information and then we strike when necessary. Once we know more.
I think this sounds like an excellent plan. We'll do that.
It's not a bad idea. You'd have to make sure people aren't shadowing you.
With a fairly perceptive bunch, I think we'll be fine.
Oh, we can always bring them out if they are
I already answered that
shadowing
question.
somebody. Like we can bring them out, and then if they try to attack us, we kill them, and they
Also
won't
true.
shadow us anymore.
Then do we head out once the non-magic, wholly inclined of us get disguises, or do we do it in the morning? What's the plan here?
If you're gonna do your disguises, do them. I mean,
Are we
I
gonna
don't care
go
when,
now?
but I don't care.
I personally, I'd like time to gather our resources, and I do need to copy the spell. And if we go now, I'm not gonna have time. And that's one tool that I feel like we need.
Then perhaps we. What time is it? What time of day is it?
It's afternoon, like kind of early to mid afternoon, so it's not that bad.
So like 1, 2.
Maybe.
And just to point one thing out, people like even tieflings can disguise themselves. Michelle, like you can
I know.
use a disguise kit on a tiefling.
Also, your
I
horns are
know.
real small. Like Mercy
My
couldn't
horns
hide
are-
her
I
horns
got-
under like a shawl, but like you could.
Oh, I'm not really more. I'm less. She's less concerned about herself than she is about Mercy. I'm be real honest with you. Like this
Yeah,
is
'cause-
not.
Mercy does have the downside of being big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big and noticeable.
Yeah.
How
That's
about this?
And already
Mm.
probably wanted by those cultists anyway.
How
What was
about
Know that.
Cool.
How about this? We spend it's what 1, 2 in the afternoon, give or take. We spend the rest of the evening gathering our disguises, finishing up any business we have in town, and then we set off in the morning.
We don't even have Mercy here, so it's not.
You also need to
No.
tell her.
Well,
and she
someone
can
can
wrap up
fill
her
her
stuff.
in.
Oh, wait, we're not.
I
Never
mean,
mind.
Mercy's
No.
already trying to get filled in, but you know.
Hey!
Stop!
Damn!
And there we go.
I want you to know Jill's typing, not me. If you can't guess.
Really?
I can't
Hey, the
even-
worst.
Boy.
Hey, the worst. Hey, the worst. I'm Kate.
Anyway,
I'm disappointed in all of this.
plan
Hi,
sounds acceptable.
disappointed.
Avro.
Kate, stop.
I think Jill
No.
wants to punch me.
Not even you. It's not you, Jessica, that I want to punch.
I'm coming
Gee, I
for you,
wonder-
Kate.
Does this work with you and your wife, Avro?
Yourself, you coward.
Works out fine. I'm sure she'll be able to figure out if anything goes especially wrong, and I'll be aware of it. But and he just kind of holds his hands up in the air like a shrugging motion.
All right, then I guess Cal will turn to the rest of the group and just be like, finish up whatever you guys have to do in the city, and work on your disguises if you're not using magic. Then guess we'll meet here back in the morning. Who wants to let Mercy know?
Well, when she
Bro,
comes back,
maybe.
we could let her know.
I would assume.
I mean, I guess I can. If I must. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I don't know where this tattoo shop, whatever the fuck is.
To be
Mercy,
fair, I
she
don't
would
think
come back
he-
here after,
Just
so I don't
wait
think
for
you-
her.
She did come back here. She knows it's something, so she knows that she has to come back here.
Right. Well, I'm not gonna wait for Mercy. So if we're done here, I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah.
am
Later.
Do what you wish.
I will head with my sister,
Okay.
and we shall work on our disguises together.
Yeah, I actually did design a disguise already, so I'll upload that.
Mood!
Sage! Jill literally showed me the item.
I've got like a plan. I'm gonna go actually.
Okay,
Oh,
so that's what she's gonna do. She's going to disguise herself as a dude. She'll explain it more later, but yeah. So that's what she's hunting down.
Gotcha. Do you have a disguise kit or no?
I do have a disguise kit.
In that case, you're fine.
I
I'm
don't.
gonna go. I'm gonna go shopping for a disguise kit.
But
if
can I, like,
could do that.
My sister, use hers on me as well, or
She definitely took a pair of your boots.
You could certainly use her disguise kit. I will say it's a lot better for you to have your own, just because if you do, you won't run out of stuff. A disguise kit will eventually run out, especially if multiple people are all taking from the same one.
well, I don't expect this to last a couple of weeks. It sounds like there's a deadline on it with the ships setting out soonish. So I'll get my out at some point, but sort of at the moment, I have 13 copper to my name. So
Yeah.
You're also
I'm-
with your sister who has
Yeah,
600
exactly.
gold.
I am dead. Oof. Okay, something just fell on my side. I don't know what it was.
All right.
alright,
So
am
let
I
me
set
double
then as
check.
well, or
How much?
What's
How
up?
much is disguise kit?
am I set
Oh,
then for my
sorry.
disguise?
I'm checking the price for the disguise kit right now. I'll certainly allow you to use her disguise kit. Yeah, but you know,
In the
It'll
future,
run
I'll
out
get
faster.
my own.
let's see. Price of disguise kit is 25 gold.
Oof.
All right.
I don't have
Taking
cover
that
money.
off.
After everyone leaves the room,
Mm-hmm.
Erudite's gonna kind of just look at Avril and she's gonna just say, "What do you know about Mercy?
Plenty.
Do you know she might be extra? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but extra.
She is extra, to be fair.
No.
Oh
She might
shit.
be more apprehensive than this about this than the others.
Mm.
She has reason to be. Do you have any
It's not really for me to be saying.
No, she told me.
Okay.
I don't. should I tell her if there's there's people she should be worrying about?
None that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I generally don't know where you're going for on this because
I'm going with the stuff that she told me that other people don't know in the group.
okay, there's no information that he can provide that wasn't already told.
Okay, no, that's why she's just asking. She's genuinely just asking if there's other. Okay, all right. Thank you. And she is going to just like go to a table in the inn, and she's just gonna start copying her spell.
All right, and you basically got almost exactly what you need to copy the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so more or less remove all your money.
Oh, it's already been done.
All right.
I did that last week.
In that case, there you go. You have your new spell.
Cool.
Anybody else? What you guys like to do?
Gale is going to grab a vodka tonic,
Okay.
and then he's going to go find
Classy
Jim.
bitch.
Uh,
You're getting a vodka tonic and going to talk to the cat. All
That's
right.
amazing.
Interesting.
I love one man. BT dubs.
That's a typical Thursday night. Gin and tonic and talking to the cats.
So,
I mean, for you, yeah.
Oh, the life of a lonely cat lady.
Fair.
I was nursing a gin and tonic when the dame walked into my office.
All right,
Oh,
stop.
Jesus Christ.
No.
she had 4 legs and a tail.
she was a real
Great.
cat.
Riches
I hate this. I hate this all.
You're all very stupid.
I mean, have you seen my
You.
intelligence score?
Never said I
Yes.
was smart.
Failing
So-
2 classes, it's fine.
After finding Jim, which I'm assuming isn't the hardest thing in the world to do.
He's a black cat that talks.
Yep.
It's not tough.
Yeah. Hello, friend. And he's gonna switch to
Hello.
cat. Something important that I recently remembered. In the morning, the sky looks like strawberries.
All right. That's good to hear.
Another thing. We are going somewhere to take on a cult of sorts. And they might have some interesting items or things like that. But do you know what a normal like cult member would wear by chance in terms of clothes?
No, because I don't know what cult we're talking about.
It's apparently one that worship. I, to be honest, I don't really know because all I know is that they're evil and I'm going to kill all of them. But it makes sense. I was more letting you know that we might, if you're inclined for us to, show you anything interesting, that we might have some interesting stuff to show you here soon.
All right. Good to hear.
Well, that is all, and I hope you have an excellent day. Oh, did you want a berry?
No.
do not.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. And he's gonna stand up, and I guess he's just gonna start walking around town with his gin and tonic, or vodka tonic in this case.
You okay?
Okay.
You walk out of the bar with a glass from the
Yep.
bar.
Yep.
So-
so much.
Question.
Yes.
What time of day is it by the time
Uh,
Cal and Dane are done with their disguises and stuff?
With your disguises, well, I'm gonna have you guys all roll for them. Everybody who's doing a physical disguise, you're gonna have to roll a disguise check, which I believe is
It's up to you, really.
yeah.
Mine just
Wait.
says query, so
Yeah, and that's because basically I'm gonna have
You
to
haven't-
say.
I was about
what-
to. You haven't marked as charisma and Jill's.
Mine's charisma. Should I change it?
Because you marked everything on hers as charisma.
Or it just got marked charisma at some point.
Everything is charisma. She does everything with charisma.
I mean, that's probably
I'm
not
made
Charisma
of
is for
charisma.
cooking.
It's true.
I
Fuck the cake.
I mean,
Um,
don't tempt me.
since I'm
Uh,
Anyway,
in disguise
what check
kits?
are we
I
making
mean,
here?
I guess it would be charisma because it's deception, right?
It
But is it
well
intelligence?
the issue is that
It could also be
Or could you
dexterity.
argue?
it's in the player handbook. It's actually referred to as intelligence.
Oh
That's
no!
bullshit. Actually,
I-
now that I think about it.
It's not. Deception is acting the part. Intelligence
Oh
is looking the
no,
part.
that's bad for everybody in this party.
Hey,
yeah.
I have +2. What the fuck?
Okay,
So we're
except
just
for
doing a
except for you,
straight
Pekka.
I
intelligence
have
check
a
then?
+1.
No, it's if you're proficient with it, you get to add your
I'm
proficiency
not.
bonus. So in the
But my
in the
sister's
disguise-
helping me. Do I get advantage?
no,
Okay,
Aw.
cool.
because you can't exactly help someone put on makeup when you're sitting there getting
Oh,
the makeup
shit.
put on.
Oh, hey.
All right,
about it.
18.
Gotta
3.
add this to the- What the fuck?
Oh!
Oh
Disguise self, it's fine.
What the fuck?
Also, wait, no, hold on. You're doing disguise self?
Oh, it's like, never mind. Never mind.
Can I like have a do-over?
Jolly's
Jolly,
just
If are like
We would have helped Jelly with hers as well.
no, she's not talking.
Oh, sorry, I'm eating.
Okay, there we go.
she's being polite
It also
and
helps
not
if you pay
chewing into the microphone.
It's what people are doing is they are setting up physical disguises for what is happening. If they have a disguise kit, or have someone who they're going to borrow off of.
The twins would have helped Jelly or Maddie.
Also,
Roll an
I
intelligence check.
It's whoever's actually going to be making the disguise.
I'm not gonna do it.
need to like
I for one, I'm glad I
do
did
a
it
different
myself.
disguise, I
I
guess.
was fine.
Because I don't think we're just gonna ignore the crit fail on the disguise kit.
Oh, I'm not. But I'm waiting for her to get the rolls out of the way. So it's Jolly. Is Maddie going to be disguised?
I mean, is everyone else gonna be in disguise?
Yep.
That's
Okay,
exciting. Doesn't know what's going on still, so.
Then yes.
Okay. In that case, who will be doing the disguise for Jolly? Or Jolly, are you going to do it yourself?
I don't have a disguise kit unless I buy it.
So basically, if someone else with the disguise kit is going to have to roll.
I'll do it. Can't
With
be any worse than
intelligence.
this. Yep.
It can,
Oh, it
but you also didn't even do it right.
What? I thought it was supposed to be intelligence, you said.
Are you trained with a disguise kit?
No. No.
Okay. Well, then it's just intelligence.
Yeah, I
And
think only me
you
and
rolled
Bro
terribly.
are
For both
trained in
people
Twice.
too.
Oh gosh.
So
Can't wait to see this to be like, okay.
As an
Yeah, I
insightful
don't have it.
person, can I?
no,
Oh,
I'm going to describe this from the place of Ro.
Oh, no. To be fair,
Oh.
Ro is arguably the best at it.
Hey, Connor, why do you
She
hate me?
is.
All right.
So
hold on.
Ro,
It's so bad.
Yeah.
you stepped aside and you got your disguise all ready, and with a little bit of work, it came out pretty good. You were able to kind of cover up your scars a little bit more, and then you got on a set of glasses and kind of messed up your hair, and you look different enough to not be passed off as Ro.
Hell yeah.
And then you step outside and you see the rest of the crew. Calderon looks fine.
She's supposed to be good at this.
He looks more or less like Cal, but with his hair done in a different way. That
I think
really,
that's what I was on.
unless you looked closely, you wouldn't necessarily think it was him. The other three, though, look
Wait,
really,
before-
really bad.
Jillian has a suggestion for what they should look like.
I just sent in their disguise
Uh,
in the
No, that's too easy. I will put it simply and say, both Morgan and Maddie, looks like they were done by this it looks like the same person did their work, and they did a very bad job. Because even with his natural one, she still rolled higher.
Because she's good at this.
But Dea, on the other hand, looks like she was trying to wrap her chest to make herself look more male, and it's not working because those bandages are not holding in place.
They're not safe. They're not safe.
Going
You
to
guys
lean
look
over
great.
to my sister and just quietly in confusion say,
Ro?
"You've lost your touch."
Roll deception.
Oh god, where are my fucking notes?
Roll insight. I want to roll insight.
You absolutely can.
Yeah, I'm rolling insight. Excuse me. Where's it? Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan's very self-aware.
I know what it's supposed to look like. It's just not working.
Callie, you know, she's not necessarily talking to you.
I know. I'm aware. I can also see for myself that my sister. looks
Yeah,
normal.
you, like Dea and Cal, you guys know for a fact. Dea, you do not look right. Maddie does not look right. Morgan does not look right. The disguises are bad.
Have disguised self.
You could try again tomorrow morning. But it looks bad.
Would you like me to help you next time? It seems you've lost your touch, sister.
Could use a little help. It's been a little while, perhaps.
For me, it's like breathing.
He feels something is wrong.
So
Sorry,
So how are these disguises coming? Oh.
Even Gail notices
It
it so
just
bad.
glares at.
Do we need an extra day to practice?
Oh my
Well,
god.
try again in the morning.
Yeah,
and-
Dave's gonna like take
Oh,
off,
okay.
like take down her hair again, and like just
betrayed look.
angrily and like, I'm going out. I'll be back later.
Oh.
Or gives him a betrayed look
okay.
and tries to scrub it off.
yeah.
We could always try again. This will be fine. Nothing could go wrong.
So you guys basically all have 2 chances under disguises because you have tonight and tomorrow morning.
Yeah, she's gonna try again tomorrow morning.
Basically, I'm writing down the checks that people have already rolled. I'm assuming Ro, you're gonna keep yours.
Oh, for sure.
Cal, are you gonna keep yours?
Do we have to go with the second one if we make another one?
Yes.
Then I'm going to keep
Because it
mine.
means that you are wiping away the makeup and you are trying again.
It's like
I'm
playing
keeping mine then.
blackjack. Like,
Oh my
ooh.
god.
How close can you get without rolling a natural one?
Shut up.
So mean.
I can't believe the
They
people
were-
with negative intelligence modifiers did better.
Shut up.
That's so funny.
But you also have to remember, Ro is proficient in it at least.
She is. And the best part is you guys still have to back it up with like checks
Deception.
to act like the person. Which in some cases could be performance or deception if you're just straight up lying to people. So.
So in other words, Ro
Guys,
has the
here.
best bet of this.
Hey,
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
Ro
Rose
is,
still has the best.
yeah,
I
she's
can-
an entertainer background.
yeah, but for performance,
This is
but
a
is she
ch-
expertise in deception?
She's got it. Yeah. She's at least proficient in it.
I don't know
Good
how to play
question.
D&D.
It's fine.
know.
You're good. You're
No.
Anyway, if we're done with
What,
disguises, there are things Al would like
yes.
to be doing.
So what else would you guys like to do for tonight?
Becca said something first.
Oh
it
yeah.
sounds like?
Well, if there's still time left in the day, Daya's gonna do what she's been planning on doing since getting back to the city. She's gonna find like a public records place.
Okay, it's entirely doable. More or less, it'd be like a probably a library, unless you're looking
Yeah.
for a specific type of records, in which case you
You-
may have to go to the Platinum District and request them.
You know what I'm looking for. I've discussed it.
Yes, I do remember.
Yeah, the like
and I'm
one thing
absolutely
she has
not
to
double
do.
checking.
Connor, this is a question.
I'll,
this is a question
I'll just DM you.
I cannot recall.
Connor,
Look, there are a lot of
about-
things to keep in track.
Yeah, yeah.
That's definitely you'll probably have better luck in the Platinum District and actually requesting the records. Um,
But like, could
you could
she?
certainly look at a library, but you'll have a lot of trouble getting into a Platinum District.
Yeah, could she look at like, well, where would like, I don't know, like old newspapers be stored or something?
Library.
Yeah. So she can like start there.
Yes.
Like, try to get lucky, you know.
All right. What's up, Joe?
Oh, okay. So I have the actor feat, right?
Yes.
And it says in there you have advantage on deception and performance checks when trying to pass yourself off as a different person. Does that count as a person who does not exist?
But like, considering
I'd
actors
say-
have to portray people who do not exist technically,
not
I think it would work.
really. But at the same time, if you just said I'm going to act like, well,
Just act like me.
I'd allow it because it makes sense, but really at the same time, it's technically not what the feat is supposed to be.
Yeah, well, that's why I asked, because it was like you can mimic the speech of another person, whatever, and then it was like, oh, if you're imitating somebody, and I was like,
Pretend to be Avro.
Technically,
Let's not. That would be bad.
Oh no, let's.
Avro would not like that.
I want to see a 3-foot tall blonde Avro fucking shit up in Aardglass.
you see, the thing is, you'd shit yourself when Ro would turn to you and do Avro's voice exactly. Because
I
she
want to hear
can.
that.
I can't, Ro can.
All right. So, yeah, I'll say you can certainly do the actor feat to pretend you're somebody else. It makes sense.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, that's all I needed.
All right. Other people? Is there anybody else?
a few things Cal would like to do. But
All
if
right.
somebody's got something shorter, they're more than welcome to go before me.
Morgan's probably just gonna like check any underground places for you know what.
No, I don't.
The
You guys can't be like, oh, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, no, I don't. There's so many different things I need to keep in track.
His brain is only
fair.
so
Absolutely valid.
Yeah, it's like, come on, guys,
Yeah,
really.
sorry, then the symbol.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if it has any weight anywhere. See if anyone has it. Info from that.
You're definitely gonna have to try to explain a little bit more because that's
Okay. More because you said that there were underground type places in obviously in Cersei, right?
there are ones that exist. Yes, you wouldn't necessarily know about all of them.
Okay. Can Morgan see if she can find out more about any of them?
Yeah, you can certainly try.
To try.
How are you going to go about doing so? I'm assuming they're going to ask around.
Sure. With the how disguising is the absolutely terrible disguise?
Bad.
Okay. So can I cast disguise self on top of the terrible disguise?
Sure, and if the spell breaks, it'll look like you're wearing a terrible disguise.
You know what?
You don't bulk it up. It just one covers the other, and the other
No.
looks really bad.
Yeah, no, that's what I figured.
It's a good backup, but probably want to try again.
But I don't, because Connor said we had 2 tries.
You rolled a
and we've already
2
used 1.
twice.
You have 2 tries, once in the morning, once in the afternoon. So
Yeah, and we already used
What
the
do you-
afternoon
you're insane. What are you going to do?
to look around, see if I can find some more dives or underground places.
Okay.
He said there
Are you-
was
Are you going to go around asking people, or are you just going to look for it?
just go look for it because it's less suspicious. I guess.
Okay. That is a bit different. Are you gonna try and wander around the entire town, or no? Because you would be at least aware enough to know that the Copper District is probably the poorest district here, and that would be
Yeah,
the most likely spot.
I'll look.
But
I'll look
there
at the copper
is
district.
there is a situation in the Copper District. It is actively being controlled by a gang, and a pretty big one at that.
All right then.
So
I would like to check around the copper district,
okay.
the existing gang as much as possible.
All right.
Sorry.
No, that's not. I'm just trying to think of how this is going to work out. Because as you start making your way towards the Copper District, you do see that there is clearly a blockage that kind of keeps that part of the district separate from the rest. There is a gate that sections off the wall into the Copper District, and as opposed to the silver and the silver and gold districts where you can freely walk through, these ones are guarded and defended.
Damn it. I'm gonna roll perception to see if I can find anything around that I could use to sneak through, like a gap, just like any sort of gap, or anything like that.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, you did. You absolutely did. Yeah.
I am wearing the cloak.
No, you left.
Oh, I thought you were answering me, not him. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm not wearing the cloak, so it's fine. Do I notice any way of getting through?
You could probably scale the wall. That would be an option. You do see that there are periodic patrols that do go back and forth along the top of the wall itself. The gates themselves are shut.
Okay.
They are shut, and people have to walk up to the guard there to be let in or let out.
Right.
So
I'm gonna
there's
scale the
that.
wall.
You certainly could scale the wall.
Is that acrobatics or athletics?
And it's athletics.
Oh.
Amazing.
Why?
Oh, we're starting off the day strong.
What did you do to me?
Well, you can't climb.
Yep.
At all.
Yep.
You attempt to climb the wall and very simply find out that it's tough to climb a brick wall without any kind of climbing kit, any rope, any pittance, anything. And you very swiftly realize that you're not even going to be able to scale the first 3 feet.
All right. I'm gonna go to my old friend. Are there any sewer grates around?
Oh my god.
Yes, there are.
Maybe
There
I should have done
absolutely
that.
are.
Can I roll perception to see if there are any that are loose?
No, that's still trying to pull the grate up.
All right. So I just do.
Because no one's going to be leaving a grate unlocked and just there. They're going to be loose and easy to pull up or not opening.
This is.
I see if they're okay. So do I just roll strength to?
To try and heft one up. Sure.
You see if
Just roll me a flat d20 first, and then roll strength. Roll your athletics.
Okay. That's not the right button. Sorry. Why
This
do you
is
suck, mouse?
A day.
Okay.
Okay. And now strength.
Yep.
Oh, this mouse sucks. Boop. I'm not
Oh,
gonna get it.
sweetheart.
You attempt to lift up one of the sewer grates, and you find that you are having no luck.
Shit. Okay.
Thank you for rolling your own DC.
Hey, Connor. Hey, Connor.
Yes.
Fuck you.
At least it wasn't a 20.
That's absolutely fair. Sorry. I'm gonna try and get past the gate. I don't know.
There are guards at the gate, and the gate is shut.
Okay.
You would have to talk to somebody.
All right. Oh yay! My favorite thing to do. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk up to the guys. I'm gonna walk up to the guys because I figured they'd open it up. Excuse me. I have some business down in the Copper District. Is there any way for me to get
The guard will
through?
look at you and go, "What for?"
Jewelry. I'm a jeweler.
Roll deception at disadvantage,
That's completely valid.
because that is the least believable lie for the
Oh.
Copper District.
God, you're gonna roll one.
This is how Maury gets arrested.
Like,
Yeah, we're not saving her.
Oh God.
I'm
Oh.
kidding. I don't know.
Oh
It's
my
not
fucking
terrible.
gosh, she's fucking dead.
You can't kill me.
You make jewelry
Yes. Can I
in
pull
the
out?
copper district.
I sell in the copper district.
That's worse.
Business is booming, I'm guessing.
I forgot. Yeah. Typically.
Right. Can I see some of the merchandise then?
I don't have anything finished. Shit. I just pull out the chains. One of the length of chain that I have, and one of the common crystals.
All right, fine. You can go in. He rolled a
That
10 on the
fucking
die, and he doesn't have much insight.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
That was also
can't believe-
the shittiest lie
I know,
I've ever heard.
and it worked somehow.
Hey Connor! Hey Connor! Oh my god, how am I so bad at this? I'm an actor for fuck's sake. I'm just gonna go through and keep my head down and keep that. I don't know. Oh my god.
All right.
I'm so... I don't know how that works.
So,
I'm gonna should I roll perception to see if I recognize anything? Not recognize anything, but
it's as of now, this is just a matter of you talking to people and see if you can find out where it is, because now you're in the copper district. You can look around for a bar, but that isn't necessarily going to tell
I'll
you
do
what
that.
you need. Okay, you can look around for a bar.
roll perception.
Yeah.
My
No,
defense.
Why are you rolling a disadvantage? Oh,
That should've
I
been a
forgot to turn off
forgot to
disadvantage.
untick it.
Oof.
So with the
I get to
27,
go-
you would be aware that there are several bars around here. You do manage to find one that's called the Slippery Snake. You find another that is called the Raging Bull, and another one called the Busted Tankard.
What was
I'm
the
sorry,
last
the
one?
what?
The busted Tankard.
Okay.
Okay.
Not what I
Um,
heard.
They all sound like bad porno names.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna head to that Raging Bull one.
I'll spell
Really
Tankard.
sorry.
Okay, so you make your way into the Raging Bull, and it is more or less what you expected. It's pretty much a dive. It does not look great. It seems fairly poorly kept, judging by the front of the building. There are many people inside of it. Currently, a fair amount of people are drinking, and when you enter into the bar, you definitely get a couple links, a couple of looks from people, and that's about it. People quickly look away from you because you're just another weirdo in this district.
All right. I'm gonna.
The buttered anchor. Oh Jesus.
I heard it. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's the bar in Aardglass. I'm gonna. Is there a card game going on right now?
You would see that there are people playing dice nearby.
My proficiency. I'm not gonna risk it, especially with my rolls today.
Nothing is proficient in dice isn't there either.
I have played one game, Jill. I'm gonna just go
And
up
it
to the
went
bar.
bad.
It did.
I'm just gonna go up to the bar and I'm gonna order a drink.
Okay. You can get pretty much an ale for a copper.
There I have exactly 1 copper. I'll get that.
All right. So the bartender will give you the drink. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna make a mistake.
Loving the confidence, Kate.
I'm not good at this. I don't know how to subtly get shit. This is why it's like so
You're doing
hard. 'cause
great.
Okay, white man's fair confidence. Let's go. She's got lean in. I'll lean in, and she's gonna go. So, that gang business. No. Do you know anything about that?
Oh my god.
You're talking about the Khitan?
Just gonna take it.
Yeah, I'm aware of them.
Have you heard anything? Do you do you know of high frequency places
What?
where there's a lot of activity?
What are you talking about?
I have some debts I owe to a couple of members, and
Nice.
I'd rather pay up
Keep
than
talking.
get killed.
You have to
you
keep
know?
talking.
Than get killed, you know?
Mm-hmm. All right. Can you repeat that last thing you just said, please? Because
Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me adjust the sensitivity. I'm sorry about that. You know, I'd rather pay off than get please, if you
All right.
understand.
Roll deception. I see where you're going on this. Okay. The bartender will look at you very quickly and go, "All right, this isn't the place for you. Then get out of here. Go over to the other one, the other bar,
Which one?
about 5 streets down. Take a right, building on the left." You'd realize he's talking about the slippery snake.
Got it. You know, I really should have gone for that one. All right. I him one of my what's the between silver electrum?
There is no between silver and copper.
You gave me 2 electrum pieces.
Did I why would I ever give you 2 electrum?
Because I found them in a dungeon.
It was a meme in the ruins.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I did.
I hand him an electrum piece and I leave.
What am I gonna use this? Ugh, electrum. I made a mistake even putting it there as a joke.
Yeah.
Hey, Cole, I'm actually very sorry for like taking up all this time. I'm gonna head over to the slippery snake.
All right.
I'm gonna slide in, and I'm not gonna bother with a drink this time around. I'm just gonna walk up to the bar and say, "Someone."
Cut out there.
Shit. Okay. I'm gonna go up to the bar. Say, "I'm looking for someone."
Who would that be?
Well, no one in particular. Anyone with this. And I'm gonna pull out my necklace again. Does he recognize the symbol?
The bartender will kind of grab onto it a bit and look at it.
Hmm?
You're gonna have trouble finding someone like that. Don't exist anymore. They're gone.
I know about that. Anyone still wearing it, though?
None that I know of. What are you looking for?
Information.
On?
If anyone's been down south recently. I've run into a couple old friends, let's say, and why?
I just heard you say why. I don't like you again. You think you cut out again?
What? Okay. Something is up with my gain. I'm really sorry. Is this any better? Okay, there we go. Sorry. I ran into some old friends recently, and I'd rather wonder what was the reason for the visit, if you know what I mean.
You're gonna have to roll a persuasion check for this.
Cool. So glad I'm. Let's go.
I can set you up with somebody, and what happens next happens next.
That's fair. Can it be? How quickly can that be done?
Go talk to the dwarf in the corner, over there.
Fine. And I toss him a gold piece.
All right. He will look at the money, look back up at you, and just nod and pocket it. That's a lot of money to throw to a bartender.
It's either that or the other electrum piece.
Oh God.
Con that and throw him the other electrum piece.
God.
It's the easiest way to get rid of them. Electrum piece.
Fucking Electrum. I hate it.
Head into the seat across from the dwarf.
Go
Oh,
there.
suave and shit.
So you're talking with Jerry over there? I'm assuming you've got some kind of business with me.
Is this? And you show him the thing.
No about
All
it.
right. Anyone in town?
Not anymore. Sorry. I don't know what you're expecting with that, but they're gone. Long gone.
I was there.
I figured you wouldn't be wearing their piece if you weren't. So
In that
tell me, what are
case-
you looking for?
Got a visit from some old friends.
Ex-members?
Like to know why they.
Ex-members? What?
But yes.
Huh.
He decided to. It wasn't a pleasant visit. Let's just put it that.
There are
Love
all
to know-
sorts out there. You never know.
Any way you could get me in contact with anyone still nearby?
I'm probably gonna have to reach out quite a bit to find anybody.
Can it be done by tomorrow morning?
Probably not.
Again.
Not many people walk around advertising that they used to be part of that.
Oh, I know. What's your handle then?
Wasn't part of it. Knew plenty about him though. And everybody else. It pays to be the guy who knows things. So, let's talk cost. To find the nearest person who is still was part of Tiaktuin, it's going to take, we'll say about 50 gold. And if you're looking for specific people or specific information, it's going to cost more.
Hmm. 50, really?
Yes.
But only if you give 30.
No.
Shit. Fine. Damn cheapskate. What's... I'm trying to do math. What's 700? That's 657, right?
What's the initial amount?
707 minus 50. That's just 657, right?
Yeah, it's 657. You can't subtract 50 from a almost whole number.
I'm double checking. I'm stupid.
No, there's a calculator on your phone.
There
on
is.
The computer,
My phone's like nearly dead.
Google.
You could literally put it into Google and just like write that in, and it'll give
It
you the
does.
answer.
It does
I'm
automatically give you the answer.
Too busy trying to figure out how to haggle to do that.
Have
I
you
love-
never been to a flea market?
Ugh.
That is
I just
50%
paid
of
a
flea
full-
markets.
I just love that. 30. No. Okay.
Yeah, because that's what I do. That's how I'm doing. Chips.
It's okay. It was just funny.
No.
This is my life. I have nothing.
Kate, I'm with you. I don't know how to do it either.
Family.
It's adorable watching you two try to haggle.
you saw me try to haggle
I'm
for
gonna
the sea
stab you in
charts.
the
I was
face,
like,
Paul.
oh, okay.
All right. So I hand over the 50 gold.
Did you say 50 or 15? Okay.
Because he was asking for 50, right?
Yes. I thought you said 15 for a second. I was like, you're not going to pull
Alright.
that one off. But yeah, so you hand over 50 gold. And he will get up and walk out.
She's just gonna like look at his retreating back, like, not like you can contact me in any other way. Then
I'll figure it out.
glad to know it. And she's gonna stand up and head back to the Silver District because I have nothing else to do.
Who is up next? Because I know you guys want to do stuff.
No.
I know I want to do things.
Cool. What is it then?
Okay. For starters, I would like to go to the Temple of Sarenrae.
All right.
Is it still open?
It's not late enough that it'll be totally closed up, but I believe so. Let me double check.
This would be technically happening at the same time. It'd be like
But
right
more
after.
or less, yeah. It's like still like early mid afternoon, so don't worry, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm just double checking one piece of information on my end.
Who's
Who's gonna be there tonight?
Yeah, I left my notebook at home, so I don't have that information.
Yeah.
Nor do I know the date because you don't have the map up.
Yeah, I know.
Just saying.
I know. Let's see. Who is it? Who is it? I think it's Ford again. It is. So, as you make your way over to the church of oh shit. There we go.
The Church of Oh shit.
Don't worry about it. As you make your way
It's my
back over to
favorite
the Church of Sarenrae, you would find that it looks like High Cleric Imogen. Imogen is there again. Imogen Ford. And the church is quieter for the moment. There are a couple of people in the pews that are quietly praying to themselves, but that is what you immediately see as you enter.
Question: do I see the assassin?
No, you do not.
Okay. Then I will go up to High Cleric Imogen.
High Priestess, my mistake.
High Priestess.
Same difference.
Mm-hmm. So, hi.
Hello there.
Hello. Bit of an odd question, but
All right. I've heard plenty. Of them.
what? Sorry, what was that, Connor?
I said I've heard plenty of them. Feel free to ask.
Recently I tried to spread the good word of Our Lady and was just kind of wondering if they checked in at all, and I'll describe the assassin to them since I don't have his name written down in front of me.
I'm afraid I haven't heard of anybody like that coming on in. About how long ago did you see him?
About almost 2 weeks ago at this point.
Probably should have been here by now. Haven't seen anybody like that, but if I do, I'll be sure to let you know.
Yeah.
But hopefully he sees the light.
I would hope so. Okay,
Sorry.
speaking of that,
Yes.
do you by chance have like a couple spare holy symbols just lying around that I could use if this opportunity comes around again?
I certainly can try to get a hold of one or two. Um, we don't just leave them lying around, though. What are you looking for? Why do you need them?
I mean, it's a reminder. It's what first got my attention is that, Felix gave me his holy symbol, and
I'm sure I
it's
got
kind
one
of
or two
hard
that
to
I could. I'm sure I
forget.
got one or two that I could pass over to you.
It'd be appreciated.
All right, give me a few seconds.
Okay.
And she'll wander off and disappear into the back for a little bit, and she will return eventually with two symbols of Sarenrae. Um, and she will pass them over to you. Yeah, is everything going well for you?
I think so, but I'm mostly kind of running to this dilemma. The future, is there someplace a bit more private where we could talk?
I'm sure there is. Please come with me.
And I follow her.
All right. Are you okay with the conversation occurring here or no?
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
All right.
It's not anything like serious.
Okay. In that case, she will lead you over to the back of the temple, towards the back room, and she will gesture you towards a chair, and we'll sit down in front of you and go. How can I help you?
Right. So, last time I was here, you told me that Our Lady wanted me to, go out and, stop evildoers and kill monsters, that kind of thing. And specifically, I remember this. You said, stop the cult. Well, funny you should mention that, because there's a cult that we need to stop in Odela, but the problem is we need to be very discreet about it, and I can't really lie without getting burned. So it's like, is there does Samurai allow excuse lying to protect people and for that kind of stuff, or is it kind of all or nothing with her?
Not entirely sure, to be honest. In your case, it may be something a bit more. It may be more intended to teach you a lesson about lying. I'm genuinely not too sure.
I guess I'll pray to her, and I guess I'll find out.
I will say sometimes a little bit of pain is worth it if the result is good enough.
Cal just sort of chuckles and then I'm aware. But I feel like I'm getting better, but
Well,
I don't know. It's hard to really tell from my perspective.
It's hard to judge a god, in fairness.
It is.
And you won't know until she lets you. But I'm sure if you're willing to take a bit of pain, she won't. She won't hold it against you, especially if it's not for something good.
Yeah, I might need to lie to protect myself and my sister and my friends. Keep this mission from blowing up to extremely bad proportions, but I don't know.
Well,
Guess we'll find out.
it's only one way to know. Good luck, though.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk to her about?
Think I'll hold off for now, but there is something else I'd like to do.
Okay.
Right after this. So, maybe she's going to let me lie in the future. I'm gonna go lie some more intentionally, knowing I'm gonna get hurt. I would like to head to the docks and find the port master kind of person.
Okay. You would be able to do that fairly easily. It's not terribly difficult. At around It's around like mid-afternoon, so he's definitely still on the docks. Things are slowing down a bit. You do still see that there's a bit of a small crowd of people that are like moving their way through through the streets, but it's not as busy as it could be.
Then, when he's free, I will walk up to him and say, "Hail."
Hey there, can I help you?
You can potentially.
All right.
And he just sort of grits his teeth a little bit. Am expecting a package from Picretia, specifically from the Black Salamander Shipping Company. Do they come to port here?
Well, roll deception.
Yeah, I know.
Because you are lying.
Indeed I am.
You'll take 4 points of radiant damage.
Yep. It'd be like this.
Yeah, and you are prepared for it, so I'm not going to make you roll again.
Mm-hmm.
I think we might have somebody who occasionally comes by here. It takes a few weeks or so, but really the number of shipments we send to and from Lucretia are pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whole situation over there, war, stuff like that.
Yeah. I heard something else, because I ordered this a while ago, because what I wanted was quite rare, but I also heard rumor that something was going on with the company. Do you know anything about that?
Nah, really, I don't know all that much about anything over there. I just know there's some kind of fighting going on, and that's about it. I got my own stuff to deal with. I never really pay much attention to them.
Fair enough. Is there someone around here who'd know?
Not too sure, really. You could try and you could wait for one of their ships to show up, but I don't know when that's going to be. They were last here something like 90 days ago, so about a full season by this point, so I really don't know.
Oh well, it looks like I shall be kept waiting. Thank you for your time.
All right. So, unfortunately, it looks like the the portmaster isn't the most knowledgeable person.
Mm-hmm.
So, who would you like to? Is there anybody else you'd like to try and talk to?
And you said it's not really possible to go in the Platinum District without Avera, right?
You can certainly try. Excuse me.
Why not? Let's do it.
It's like trying to walk into a government building. We'll see.
Why not? I'm a charming individual.
Neon core.
As a reference, the FBI center here does have a visitor center.
There are definitely spots you could visit. I can't imagine they're going to let you go right over to any location, though.
My
I'm
family
going
visits the government all the time.
To walk with confidence
Yeah,
and try to
let me
pass
walk
through
into
the
the White
gates.
House whenever I want. So you're going to start making your way towards the Platinum District?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you start making your way towards the gate, you do see that there are 2 guards clad in plate mail standing there at either side of this gate. You know that there are several, depending on the location.
Mm-hmm.
And they appear to be responsible for opening and closing it. And one of them will look at you and go, "Can I help you, sir?"
Hi, I have business in the Platinum District. I need information on various shipping information.
Who with?
The
May I ask?
governor.
Roll deception.
I mean, that's technically who he was going to go ask, to be fair.
Yeah, it's also not. You also don't have business with him.
I'm about to. If I can talk to him.
It's completely different. No. Afraid I can't let you in, sir.
Why not?
Not without official business.
And who might I talk to arrange official business then, if I cannot get to the district?
You'll have to receive overt permission from another from a clerk or from another government official, who will then sign you off with some paperwork to be allowed in. You can attempt to go over to that building over there and cross your fingers and hope.
Afraid I don't necessarily have time for that. I leave town in the morning. If it would make
That's
you
a
feel
darn
better,
shame,
you
sir.
can come with me.
I'm
Don't
afraid I
have
can't let
any
you
ill
in.
intentions. Cal will just sigh, roll his eyes, and leave, sort of calling behind him. Fine, but nah, he just sort of leaves it at fine.
Okay. It's tough to get into a government district that is basically their version of, the White House. Like, they're not going to just let you in. It's where the governor is. He's in charge of this entire city.
I know him. But okay.
So, I'm assuming by this point we'll get to Mercy.
I'm still alive?
Oh, yes. Well, also, yours is going to be, time-wise, the latest.
Yeah.
Because
It's okay.
you were getting a tattoo, and it takes a fair amount of time for this.
Hey, I have 2 tattoos, and they only took an hour each.
This one's a bit different. Someone has to enchant them. So as you are getting a hold of these 2 tattoos, and you find that they are actually bands of arcane runes and markings that weave around your wrists on either side. And as Urkshes is walking through this, he'll say, "So I know that these are probably going to sting for a bit, but they will heal up a bit faster if someone uses something like healing magic on you. In order to make them work, you're going to have to put a hand on one of them and then touch whatever you want to affect. There are a couple of words you'll have to know to activate it. I'll learn you through that, but that's going to be pretty much par for the course for these."
Alright. So, how do you get into this business?
Learn magic. Be considered by other wizards a little too weird. And then start taking that stuff you learned from writing scrolls to make tattoos, to put it simply.
You weird never. And she just kind of subtly eyes the boar on him.
Yeah. The boar will snort at you and then continue walking around. Yeah. But, I mean, it works, It's a more interesting way to do all this spellcraft stuff, and to be honest, I was never really too interested in just sitting around reading books and doing stuff like that all day. This is more interesting.
Do you get many people through here?
Not a huge amount, but the people who show up pay quite a bit. And to be honest, I've always got some pretty interesting stories with them. It's always you cloaked people too, or not. Those are the really interesting ones.
How many people from the cloaks have you tattooed?
Oh gosh. Since I've been here, some like 13, I'd say, something like that.
Have you tattooed?
Sorry.
Have you ever tattooed the boss man?
Nah, he doesn't care for him.
Coward.
Doesn't need any. Met him though. I've had to tattoo. Let's see. There's that skinny black guy that walks around with that axe that sounds weird. There's his buddy. there are those guys that all got matching tattoos. That's
Oh, God.
6 of them in total.
I would
So,
never do that.
and a couple others.
You make the mistake of a matching tattoo one time, you don't do it again.
I mean, they were a team, I think. They all made me tattoo the same thing. So, I can't blame them.
It'll just be harder when they fall apart.
I think that you should be done as of now. Like I said, it's going to take a bit of time for this to heal up, but someone cast a cure wound spell on you or something like that, you'll feel fine. Now, don't forget that you will have to say some things occasionally. I'll write it down for you, but it's better that you practice it. And if you can't touch the tattoo on either side, you can't cast the spell. Don't forget this.
Okay.
Granted, prestidigitation isn't exactly useful for, say, when you've been restrained, so really, there's a time and a place for tattoo, and I don't think that's it. But good luck.
Oh no, this is absolutely to torment my boss.
All right, well, good luck. Hopefully that works out well for you.
Hasn't yet, but you know.
All right. Anything else I can give you a hand with?
Mercy's gonna sit there and debate with herself for a second, trying to decide if she wants to make the dirty joke to that. Then remember she got called and told to come back and go brain check on something else.
All right. In that case, just don't mess up the tattoo, and you should be all right.
No promises.
Mm-hmm. See ya, Red.
And she's gonna head out.
All right, and you're going to, I'm assuming, go back to the group.
Yeah, while grumbling about the fact that another person just called her red.
I mean, you got red hair.
I know.
So you go back to your group, and this is more or less when I'm assuming you guys are going to handle what happens next.
I think the only one in the tavern is me, and
Ro?
maybe Ro. Yeah. Oh, yes,
Rose?
right. Ro was gonna.
Rose
do it.
getting
Where's,
crunk.
I
I
this
mean,
is
at
a
what point does everyone else come back?
yeah. I
I
was
mean,
about
to
to
be
ask
fair,
that.
Gail's just wandering around.
Yeah, I was gonna ask where Gale and Maddie were.
He's in and
Daya's
around the bar just drinking.
Yeah.
staying out, doing her stuff as late as she can, basically.
So more or less, it's late by this point. So anybody who was wandering around out the streets and was going to go back to Lucky Sapphire, you guys can.
Actually, because I need to realize because I just realized it now. Before I leave, can I make sure no one's following me?
Yeah, you can do
District?
that. You do that. Don't worry.
What? Okay, I don't have
Yeah,
to roll
it's-
anything. Shit.
No, it happens. You're good. Mostly because I'd like to move on a bit. Who would be at the bar towards the end of the night?
I
Caliber.
would.
All right.
Gail.
By my business is finished, I'd be over at the bar.
So Cal, Gail, Morgan, Rudy.
Bro.
Ro.
Reading in a corner.
Daya is not. She stays out as late as she can doing her stuff, and then she just basically goes to bed.
Okay.
She doesn't want to. Avoiding the group a little bit.
Yeah. Oh shit! Did I go over what you whether or not you
No.
found anything?
Nope.
Oh, I apologize. Let's go back to Daya then, because I spaced out. So you're gonna head over to the library.
Yeah.
All right, my mistake.
Gonna start.
So
there.
you head over to the library, and you would find that it's quiet, like many, and there does appear to be a clerk standing behind a desk who does give you a polite, quiet wave as you enter.
Wave back. And I approach her. I approach the person
Yeah,
and I
It's
ask.
a guy.
I approach him and I ask, hi. first time in the library, would you happen to know where I can find like records of like newspaper clippings and like archives like that?
I can certainly give you a hand with that. Is there something in particular that you're looking for?
Yeah, I'm looking for information on this man, if you know. And she like, writes it on a piece of paper and
Yeah, you say his name.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
say his name.
I can certainly give you a hand with that. Do we have a time period where we can start searching from, or something of the sort?
Oh gosh. I guess anything from between between 35 years ago and like 20 years ago, maybe?
All right, I can certainly help you out with that. Around 30 years ago. Yeah, give me a few minutes.
Of course.
And he will step away for a little bit, and he will. It takes a bit of time, but eventually. Oh shit!
Jesus, Connor.
I dropped my pen. Eventually, he would come back with a small number of clippings that do go over some information. It's not a lot, but I will send it to you over DMs
Nice.
After the session.
Nice. Okay.
Also, that's not Kermit.
The way you did the E's was kind of remind me of just like, hi ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog here.
Oh God.
No.
Also, that
I
reminds
hate that you can do that voice.
I hate this so much, guys.
that also reminds me.
It's not easy being green.
Ugh.
It's not easy
That actually,
being green.
that actually
Both of you stop.
reminds me, Connor, when are we gonna get our Pumat soul? I need that accent. I need that accent, Connor.
Oh my God. Okay,
The
no,
what?
No,
don't worry about it.
it's
No.
it's kind of a Midwestern slow accent. At least I think that's what it's supposed to be. It's a
It's Canadian
It's a
more
little
than
bit
or Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah,
Go-
it's,
bit,
going
yeah.
up to
it's a
Minnesota.
bit of a very slow, kind of bumbling kind of voice that he does, and it's that.
Oh,
I'm
I know
sorry,
what
I
you
just
mean
love it.
now.
I love it so much. I'm sorry. Like, not
Okay.
even like in a negative way. Like, it's funny. It's just it's a nice soft voice. Anyway,
It
I
is a fun
apologize.
voice. So I'll send you a message on what you got
Okay.
later on. And yeah, we can go back to the group being, at the bar. Well, no, you'll be out there as long as possible. So the folks who are at the bar, Mercy shows back up finally.
Oh my god, you're not dead. I'm so relieved.
You can show a little bit more, Caro.
Do I look like an actor?
Yes. What's with the get up?
Oh yeah, you missed all of that. Just a warning, they took it off, but please watch the others try to get into their disguises tomorrow. It's hilarious.
Well,
I do
Yeah.
not like Ro. I forgot this.
why did we need disguises?
You missed all of. Okay, yeah. Go talk to the
Us, man?
pointy.
Pointy?
What?
Well, I have a question. Does Ro point at the boss when she says that?
Yeah.
So he's pointy.
Yeah.
Okay.
In both ears, and I assume knives.
That's probably never mind. I won't do that.
And
You're
dick!
slightly drunk.
No.
Wow.
The worst.
You
Wow,
are
wow,
correct,
wow,
though.
wow,
Knives
wow.
do have points.
Wait, is Gail drinking beside Ro?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd assume that.
It's like the odd couple.
Hey, Kel's
Drinking
right there.
squad.
Yep.
The squad has finally formed.
Morgan like slides in next to Gale.
DMs.
In hand.
Okay, I'll go ask the boss man what's going on because I can see Mori still has makeup on her face from something.
It looked really
Morgan
good.
Morgan just glares at her.
And
Oh man.
Cal, I can tell it's you, but like, what's with the? Never mind, I'll ask the boss. And Mosey's gonna walk over to Avalo. So,
Try and scrub it off.
boss man,
Mm-hmm.
why are they wearing disguises?
Well, because it's happening.
What's happening?
Let's go to the office.
I.
And he will. Oh no!
We're
Oh
going
no!
in theater kid.
Let's go!
The team's become a bunch of theater kids. It's awful.
Mom was already a theater kid.
Okay,
They're
how
all
dare
gonna
you
think that they're the
compare
main
them.
act, even though they're totally not.
Okay, but think about
Okay,
that.
no, yeah, that fits.
Yeah, I know it
already
does.
thought it was
I
the
knew
main
theater
act.
kids.
That was a theater kid. Accept it.
Damn.
So he will lead you to the back office and will, for the sake of me not having to exposit again, he will inform you that the followers have been confirmed to be in Aardglass. A man who was supposed to be giving more information has already been killed. Let's see.
I get to see the newspaper.
Yes.
Yes.
They are potentially well rooted. They, more or less, you remember everything I told you already.
For the most part.
Okay. Is there
I get
anything you need me to remind you on?
Mose is gonna ask, even though you've already said this, so you don't know who's leading them?
No.
Don't like that.
I haven't heard of any mention of any tieflings, but I don't know.
There would only be one or two, it could be, and they're hard to forget.
Or tiefling. Haven't heard that either.
You're gonna want the cloak, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. I can't have you guys wearing it.
I know. She's gonna take it and hand it to him.
Thank you. It's not going to be fun, but kind of has to happen. This I can't allow this to be occurring. If it's something minor, which I doubt, then fine, you can tell me. But still, if this is them, they need to go.
They wouldn't move continents for something minor.
Who knows? Yeah. So, do you have any questions I can try to answer?
Not at the moment. I gotta figure out how to fucking hide my hair and horns.
You probably won't be able to, all things considered. I mean, you're a tiefling. Really, you might want to just try and disguise yourself as another tiefling.
I do have a piece of purple paper.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you could try that.
It would
Or
not
you
go
could
well.
just use some makeup to not look like you.
How does makeup work?
Talk to one of the others.
Yeah.
They'll run you through it.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to ask Ro for help.
Possibly. So far, she looks the best.
I hate asking her for favors. And she's gonna turn and walk out of the office with that.
All right. After a bit, he will come back out and go back to work on the bar.
Mose is gonna walk up to Ro, sit down on the other side of her, put her hands in her face, and go, I need a favor.
Oh ho ho. Is that
calling
so?
Mercy a Stop calling Mercy a hoe.
Ugh, you got jokes. Keep them to yourself.
No.
Well, you know
Oh.
full and well that I can't disguise myself.
I do know that.
Do we need to discuss the incident of last year?
No, I'll spare you that. But you do know I don't do things for
What do you want?
free. What do you got?
Jesus Christ.
Barter.
I
no?
love her.
Do you want money or an item?
I don't know. Just shrugs. Depends on what you got. I'm looking through Mercy's inventory.
There are some things I will not give you.
What are you selling?
What are you buying?
I'll give you gold.
You know what? That's always a fair trade.
How much you want?
How much you willing to give?
5 gold.
Oh.
You and I both know that disguise kit is not
Aw.
What's it like being poor? And I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Moses is just gonna lean down and go, you and I both know you could have money right now if you wanted. So quit being petty.
Fucking 5 gold, fine. I'm not putting my entire effort into it, but it'll be okay.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna take 5 of your gold. Wait.
I'm losing it.
It's 3. It's 3, Jill. 8 minus 5 is 3.
Oh my god.
Stop shaming me!
Ah,
Can't do
I'm
math
sorry.
shit.
I failed all my math.
That's true. The only reason we passed our last one is
You guys
because
are
we
all
bought the
fucking
book.
trash.
Hey, I was real
My
fucking good at
fucking God.
English. Math was just shitty.
And Jolly is just there.
yes.
Jolly just lives.
She comes and says yes and walks out.
Yep. And then she's gonna
So-
mute herself in a few minutes.
We love
How
you,
do we
Jolly.
do the disguisey thing for Mercy? Do I roll? Does she roll? Do we both roll?
I mean,
You
you're
roll.
making-
I roll.
Disadvantage.
Mhm.
Disadvantage.
No?
No, I'm messing with you.
Ah,
I'm sorry.
I'll kill you, Kate.
Only if you really want to do a subpar effort.
Yeah, like if
Do
unless-
it!
if you were actively attempting to half-ass it, yes, you would roll with a disadvantage. If not, it's just a flat intelligence disguise self check.
Ro likes to say that she half-asses things, but Ro never half-asses anything when she can whole-ass a thing.
Hell yeah.
So it's intelligence, right?
Yes, that's the key. That'll be what the query is.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Ro is going to say she half-assed it because it did not come out great. Doing anyone else better than me?
Someone else is trying to get in the morning.
So, that isn't
Maybe
8.
instead of just moving her hair, you could cut it.
That's true.
Must-
We could do that.
Yeah, I'll cut you.
You'd have to catch me first.
You run slow, little halfling.
That's fair. Okay.
I love it so much.
So,
Ro does the Will Smith pose, like presenting
Can
his
Mercy
wife.
see herself in the-
you certainly can.
She's immediately gonna take it off.
That's so rude! I worked really hard on that!
Rolls about 5 octaves there.
I thought you said
So
you
rude!
didn't put your hair.
Rose?
I worked 1% hard on that. I definitely was not really proud of it.
Oh.
Mercy's just
Oh,
gonna go,
that
you wanna
hurts.
try again when you're sober?
Maybe. Or she just keeps drinking.
Vodka
like-
solves all problems.
A drunk
really
toddler
does.
putting makeup on you.
just like the guy. Maybe.
Drunk toddler with lipstick.
Fuck the
Oh my
police.
God.
Goddamn.
Oh, we're having the worst luck with disguises.
I just love it. Maybe.
Baby.
This is why disguise self is better, even though it's only for an hour.
I have a +5, thank you.
I had a plan.
I had a plan.
I had a plan.
take it we go to sleep and
I would,
in the
unless
morning?
there's anything else you guys want to do. Yes, you will go to
I
sleep.
mean, there's one thing Mercy kind of needs to do.
Oh no.
Mercy's gonna look at the group and go, "Hey, Cal, where's your sister?"
Not our keeper. Why do you want to know?
We need to have a group discussion about this.
Callie just shrugs. I don't know where she ran off to, and we already gave up our comm discs, so guess we'll talk in the morning.
Oh fuck.
This needs to be done before then.
Then you better start looking.
I can send a message.
I will go find her, and Gail just drops it down and immediately goes running out.
You hide her.
Gail out.
Rudy just kind of like, I can...
Mercy's just gonna put a hand on her and go, "Just let him go. He'll be back. Maybe with her, maybe with somebody else."
Oh my gosh.
She
She just kind of like, she does a thing where you like at one, I don't know if you've ever seen that of The Office where Ryan, after he realizes that he went out with Kelly on February 13th and does the thing with the forehead, like the hand to the forehead, like
Yeah.
the palm to the forehead,
Yeah.
the temples. That's exactly what she's doing. She's just like,
You mean face bombing?
no, not really. I will. Yeah.
Thank you, Jill, for writing out the lyrics to Naruto.
You're welcome. That's my job.
Well,
That was a German opening though.
We
You better believe it.
fighting dreamers.
While that's happening, Mercy's gonna go get a room key.
Anyway,
No.
so does Gail find Deo, or
I would assume after a little bit of searching, you find Dea on her way back from the library.
Naruto.
That's a
I'm
lot
on
of.
my way.
Excuse me. Have you seen Dea? No, you're not. Okay. Have you seen Dea? Okay. Goes up to a bird. Have you seen Dea? Oh, okay. Should have cast something. Oh, Dea.
Oh,
We have.
Gail?
Hello. Everyone is back.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm supposed to talk really out loud about information, but Mercy is back, and
Good
she
for
would like
her.
to talk to everybody.
Uh-huh.
So we should probably head back.
Did it
You of course
seem
don't have to,
important?
but it did. She was very insistent, but that's Mercy most of the time. But more insistent than normal.
She is.
I'm being read and I'm not even there.
Is Cal there?
Yes, he is there.
Fine. I guess he'll come.
Okay,
Guys, can we pause for a quick second? I have to quickly step away for a moment.
Okay.
absolutely.
we are here in the
Dea
end.
comes
That's
back
right.
with Gale, and she looks
Ninja clan.
resting bitch face. So
So, the usual.
yeah, but like maybe a little more like angry. Not angry, but like frustrated. Crabby.
I found her.
Thank you, Gail.
You're welcome.
While they were gone, Mercy's gonna go get a robe from Abro.
You gonna go what?
Face with extra.
I need a room so we can talk in private.
Oh, okay. No, that was me reacting, not Avro reacting.
Yeah, I figured.
I thought you said a rope. I was like, what the fuck? What?
I'm gonna need a rope. Don't ask why.
Don't ask questions.
As she gets up on the table and just slowly.
Oh god.
Morbid.
Wow, this got dark.
Guys, let's pull it back like 30 fucking notches.
All right, so we're back to the bees, right? Sorry.
Hold
Yes.
on, wait, no.
The bees are fine.
Anyway, we are in a room of our own.
Hello, bees.
Yeah, but Mercy drags them up to a room and goes, "Okay, so
What do you
the
want?
cultists might be slightly involved with me.
Never would have guessed.
No way.
You two could stand the sarcasm back a little.
I
Oh,
don't think I
sorry.
can, actually.
You both wanted more honesty. Well, fuck it, fine. My family's directly involved with them. My father has been working with them for the past about, I'm gonna guess, 10 years. And he's planning on using them in order to do his own dark scheming. The reason they're recruiting people is probably because my family keeps killing them. And my brother might be with them. And if he is, we're fucked.
Are you cool
Yeah,
killing your
insight
family?
check
Because we're probably gonna try and kill him if he's there.
I like the immediate, like, gonna give you attitude. Harsh reality. Oh.
They wanted the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah?
Okay. Is that like everything?
Everything that pertains to this incident.
Okay, so because it was a bit rushed, family is directly involved.
Yep.
What does your dad do again? I'm sorry.
My dad is taking followers. They don't actually believe in the whole follower perfection thing. I don't know. He believes in this weird fucking prophecy of some sort. I don't know. I was only with them for 6 months. And he's been taking followers by working with them, promising to help them. I don't know what exactly he does. I wasn't allowed to work with them. And he takes the followers and sacrifices them. Doesn't matter who they are, what they are. I've watched him kill children, old people, pregnant women.
So from the back, Rudy pops up and she just says, "You should tell them about the prophecy."
I don't know what the prophecy's about, but I doubt it's gonna matter. He's probably got a failsafe built in. If he doesn't need one of his precious tools killed.
You should tell them what you told me.
Full
About the line.
honesty, Mercy.
I am. The prophecy, the fire thing I did, the breathing fire thing, that's not a normal tiefling thing now, is it? I think that's from him gaining power. Which is why they're probably recruiting more people. He's probably realizing he's actually getting results now and killing more people. In other words, anyone who falls for this suckering campaign with the followers down in Aardglass is probably going to end up dead. Either by our hands or his. Oh, well, it'll probably be one of my brothers, but still. His
Well,
dude.
if we find a recruit who hasn't completely gone bonkers yet, we can tell him that. That'll probably help.
Mm-hmm. If they believe it.
We will
It's
do
not
what
a-
we can to save as many innocents as possible.
Yeah, I'm not cool killing innocents, but
Neither was I. We'll quit shrugging in the corner.
I may have shrugged IRL.
How many innocents have you killed?
I was never the one who did the killing. I just watched them. I took care of them because no one else wanted to do the job when I was there. Because they were lesser than. Stomached it for about 6 months. And then ran when I got the chance. Along with 2 of my siblings.
So then your family is this offshoot branch then that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, pretty much. They don't believe the whole, like I said, they don't believe the whole shit perfection thing. They just need people. And my brothers and my father are pretty charismatic. They got them hook, line, and sinker into thinking they want to change. They want to be more perfect.
They do sound like the type to be recruiting. If one of your family members is here, are you prepared to kill them?
Yes.
I'm gonna insight check that.
Wow.
I could insight check, but like if Mercy doesn't do it,
Mm.
like it doesn't matter. 'Cause
She's-
someone will.
If you are lying to him, please feel free to make a GM roll to me.
I'm not.
Okay.
Mercy would kill them. She's not happy about it, but she would do it.
Okay.
That's
Good
what
talk.
was so important. That's
Okay.
the big reason I'm not in Pakuisha anymore, too.
Can I
The
go
people-
to bed now?
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Alright.
Literally.
And this is my room, so good night, all of you.
Yep, see ya. in the morning. And Dea gets up and leaves.
Rose gonna
Heads to the barracks.
Rose gonna stop in the doorway and she's gonna go, wait. You told her about all this before you told me? And just gonna point at Rudy.
Oh, like, Mercy's gonna look at everything.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. I'm still pissed though.
Oh, that makes 3 people pissed at me in the group. And I had another one, Rudy.
I'm not mad at you. Quite frankly, there's things I need to work out with other people in the group, but I'm not even sure how to approach it.
Time heals most things.
Or you could talk to them.
I
Or you
could.
talk
I've
to 'em.
already put the first.
The only problem is, if you're trying to talk to the people I think you're going to talk to, they don't really like to take apologies at all.
I've already put the first hand out, and I don't feel like I should keep trying if someone's not gonna approach me back. So,
Well,
if they're not
most
going to-
Robins don't accept apologies the first 3 or 4 times, but after a few tries, normally they're a little bit more open to it.
What did you have to apologize to a Robin for?
I
I'm
was
not
more
apolo-
apologizing on behalf of another squirrel who stole some items from the nest. It was a whole big thing, and it
are you-
it
But
was
how-
rather embarrassing.
I will
Are you
say.
middleman of animals?
That sounds nuts.
I believe nuts were
Hey!
involved. Yes.
Jill?
My room.
But I also don't think that I should have to constantly go and apologize and apologize and apologize. At some point, is it worth it? It doesn't
It's
seem like
always
it
worth
would
it.
be. I don't know about that. If they're not willing to accept it, or they're not willing to talk back, or give when I'm giving and giving, then it's not particularly worth it. I'm just gonna nod and like walk off.
Mercy's gonna stay like Gale because I assume he's the last person in the room.
I am still there.
Oh, I should
Ah.
probably leave. Do you want any berries before I leave?
No, I just want to go to bed.
Oh, okay. Understandable. I don't know where we're meeting in the morning, so I'll be back here at some point later. Sleep well. He leaves.
Ro left, but she's gonna come back and she's gonna be like, wait, you slept in my fucking room. Let me in.
Before Morgan heads out, she's gonna like look. She's not gonna look her in the eye. She's gonna go. I don't know how to talk to people. Fuck. Understand what your ever. She's just going like mid. She doesn't know how to talk to people. And then she's just gonna leave. She doesn't
Okay.
know how to do this. Hopefully, the sentiment was transmitted.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Cool.
I'm sorry.
I just love the idea of Morgan looking at Mercy, pointing a finger to her, going, and then leaving.
I guess that makes 4 people mad at me. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean.
All right.
And she was like,
So
"Oh
the
yeah."
the night will come and go, and it is now the morning. So
Just like
I
one of Caloron's partners.
Mercy wants to
Oh.
get there as early as possible.
First, I would like to help my sister with her disguise.
I should probably help you.
well, hold
Yeah.
on. So either one of you can roll, but there's only one person rolling for a disguise check because you really can't.
Yeah.
I'm going.
I think I have a better, Like-
Proficiency bonus. Like,
yeah.
you have a +5. He has a -1.
To be fair, though, I rolled better than you last time. Anyway, he is going to, since this is important.
But I
he's
can't,
going
like,
to
get
cast
an
guidance
advantage on it
her,
or something.
No, but him casting guidance will certainly help.
which
Oh.
gives you an extra D4.
Okay.
It's cantrip. It's awesome.
I'll roll the
brother-
disguise
spells.
kit, and then I'll roll the d4.
We roll them both because higher the better. I would imagine.
Fucking god.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Roll a d4.
Hey!
Roll the 12.
Hey!
I'll take it!
I don't know.
God
It
It
damn
doesn't
it.
look amazing.
But
but
do
it
I
doesn't look
pass for a
bad.
dude?
Hey,
Passably.
Okay.
Connor, should Jill go ahead and roll for helping Mercy?
Yes. Pardon me for a moment again. I'm gonna do one quick thing, okay?
Okay.
Oh no.
All right.
It's fine. Got the same
Okay.
result. No
So-
matter which to do it.
I guess
It's
roll
just-
that.
I click.
Uh.
It's better than the other one.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to step away and deal with something.
Okay.
All good.
Oh my god, what
Are
is
you
going on?
dying?
No, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
That sounds like something
Enough.
someone who's dying would say.
Insight check.
Or someone who's fine would say.
Suspicious.
So I see the
It
disguise
checks out.
checks.
They're not good.
Failed insight on the
Connor's
DM.
fine, guys.
So we've got a 10 for Mercy, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Ain't
We're
great.
gonna be so good at these disguises when
That's
we
it.
get over there.
Just wait. If you wipe it off again, Ro will kill you.
Mercy's gonna just look
We've
at
got
it.
a 4 from Morgan.
Yup.
I'm just gonna like a headscarf and cover up my face and my head.
You got big
Gotcha.
ol' horns.
Oh no, she doesn't care if people can see the horns. She just wants to cover her face up.
Big ol' horns.
And
Tieflings exist.
what about Maddie?
Oh. I will roll for Maddie.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
And I will cast guidance again for this because it's
On
important.
yourself?
Oh gosh.
You can.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I can do all sorts of fun things with guidance that
Oh.
you can't, right? I can do it
Cool.
as a bonus action too,
Oh, it's a cantrip.
because I'm a relic hunter.
Really?
Very cool. Hmm.
No, not so good.
Oh god.
Poor Maddie.
Well, no one's
Okay.
doing really great except for Ro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I got a
fine.
15,
Yeah.
16, something. I did
Hmm.
okay.
But
Better not be rolling this bad in
maybe-
Aardglass.
Oh, maybe this isn't good.
what?
I'll be right back.
Anyway,
Anyway, we rolled a few things while you were gone.
Don't worry
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We were
I'm- what was the relevance?
we wanted to clean
rolled
up
it.
Roll20 rolling algorithm. So we did
I
the
was checking
equivalent
if I
of
could
taking all the dice, putting them in a Yahtzee cup, and just shaking it like mad.
Clearly.
I was checking out to see if you could just automatically add guidance to just a straight ability check.
No.
Turns out you can't, and I rolled a 0 on that. So,
Ooh.
so I was like, hey, we should warm up the dice. Famous
I-
dice.
the VOD for this session is gonna be great.
And it's just me drawing like 30 hearts. Although it's gonna get
Really shitty hearts.
the
Yeah.
downtime's gonna get
So-
cut.
We messed up Maddie's disguise. Feels bad. What happens next?
Well, disguise-wise,
Are you sure
Uh,
you're
Are you sure
not?
you're okay?
I don't know. Disguise-wise, it is apparent to Ro that Morgan and Maddie look the worst. Maddie
Mm.
more or less just looks like Maddie, and Morgan looks like she's wearing a bit too much makeup, and that'll definitely attract attention.
Mm.
Are you gonna tell her she looks like she's wearing too much makeup?
This is Ro. Why would she?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's fairly in character for her to not.
I was about to say, does she look like a painted lady?
It's not that bad. It's not a natural one, but it's really not that great. At all.
I don't look like a clown.
Oh, I was
No.
insinuating if she looked like a whore.
Wow.
Also,
Like the
no.
over-exaggerated makeup.
No, it's a little more.
When you get
a little more,
Thank you.
you know, like when you first start putting on makeup, you know,
No,
it
it's
clearly
the
doesn't
line
look
tickle
that
challenge?
good. Like the lines are a little off; they're shaky. The lipstick.
You know when you like mess up the eyeliner on one eye, so you make it a little bit thicker, and you try to match
Yeah,
the
and
other
the-
eye to it, and you
yeah.
have to go
Yeah,
back
and
on the
then,
other
and then you
eye.
end up
clearly,
doing-
like, it looks like both of them are very thick. It's like, oh, you had to try and max it. Yeah,
I'm
it's
It's like
like
Amy Winehouse. You ends up like Amy Winehouse.
yeah,
So
and
you-
also it does look a bit like you kind of messed up on the lipstick you were gonna use because it does kind of show in her teeth a bit.
I'm not gonna lie, none of this makes sense to me. I don't know how makeup works.
Well, when you put on lipstick, you're supposed to put your finger in your mouth and pull outwards, so you reduce the amount of
I
lipstick.
like Connor knows this stuff.
Don't get the butthole. You gotta watch out for the butthole.
I grew up with a sister, and to be honest, makeup is interesting.
Makeup is
Yeah.
nice. I
Thank
love
you.
makeup.
Does Ro do anything about Maddie?
I don't know if there's a lot Ro can do. So, seeing as Maddie has not wronged her
yeah, Maddie.
so far,
Oh, okay, Jesus. I was gonna say Maddie looks a lot like Maddie wearing some makeup.
I mean,
I don't know what to do. I could give her a new hat. Just a new hat.
What was that?
Like, how plain does Maddie look naturally?
She looks human.
Okay, so she just looks very plain though, like nothing.
The strangest thing about her is her hair, and that's about it. And even then, that's like, and it looks like something that someone could have dyed.
Cool.
So,
like,
Just put on some pants, get a new hat. You're fine.
Yeah.
yeah, let's use the baker's cap and hope for the best. How often is Maddie up front anyway?
Exactly. It's
Question.
fine.
I mean, with I think either the highest or one of the highest charisma scores, she very well could.
Oh god.
No, I'm being dead serious. I think you
Yeah,
do.
she
actually
does have the highest. She has 20.
She has a 20.
Oh my god.
oh, wait, because she's a sorcerer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorceress.
Damn.
Same difference.
Been missing out over here.
Okay.
So,
So-
is everyone at the bar?
Yeah.
Cool. Is his wife here yet?
No,
Then Mercy's gonna walk up and go, "Where's the missus?"
not here.
When she's
Think
supposed
we-
to be here.
Not now.
Or-
Do we meet her
Uh,
somewhere?
Yes. Are you guys ready?
How long is it
Might as
gonna
well
take
have-
to go get to her?
Not long.
Cool.
As I'll ever be.
Well, good luck. Don't get arrested. And no, it's mostly the don't get arrested part.
That's fair.
We will try
I
not
don't-
to.
I can't break you out if you do. So
I
stay on
thought
the
if
good
we
side of
got
the law.
arrested, you'd kick us out of the Blue Cloaks.
This is different.
Yeah.
If I was able to, I would, but if you get arrested here, I can't do anything for you.
Are you coming with us to meet your wife, or are we just going by ourselves?
No, I'm coming with you. But just sitting down the ground rules. Don't forget. Everybody ready to go?
Yeah.
Uh,
Dale's not there yet.
Oh,
There were a couple things he wanted to do in the morning.
Oh, that's
sorry.
right.
Sorry.
I wouldn't know. I was getting sick.
No, I know. That's why I was like, "Oh, we're going here already." Oh shit.
What's he gonna do?
Real quick during the night, he took the bear claw, tied basically just a piece of thin leather to it to make a very crappy necklace. And then he went to Saggio to pick up the knives.
Oh yes. Yeah, he'd be able to hand over the knives to you. No real issues, and they look fairly wicked, to be honest. The handles themselves are actually they kept the bone of the finger itself, and they kept that and made it into the actual handle. And what they did was they then reinforced the blade at the base of the hilt. Sorry, no, the hilt, no, at the base of the blade near where it actually goes to the cross guard, and they then and they then reinforced it using some steel at the actual crossguard itself, and the talon is as sharp as it ever was.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate your work. These are amazing.
It's no problem at all. If you ever need to get them shattered, please just let me know, and it will be much easier with them compared to others.
Absolutely. Anytime I have any work that needs to be done on this kind of stuff, we'll make sure I bring it your way.
All right. Please enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
You as well. Take care. And he leaves to go. Hopefully, meet up with the group before they've already left.
They wouldn't leave. We wouldn't leave without you. For
No,
a
I
mission.
love you.
Some rando with blue hair joins the squad. We're like, yeah, that's probably Gale, right?
Yeah.
He
Bye,
does
guys.
weird shit.
You guys thought that guy was me?
Looks nothing like me.
I mean, to be fair, colored hair. It is confusing sometimes.
Can relate.
Now, upon meeting the group, I don't know if everyone's sitting in, like, if everyone's like at a table or something like that. But
That's up to everybody.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, we probably would be.
We'll probably be at a table, and Dea does need to tell everyone that she's using a fake name, and it's Deimos, and you should be calling her that on the trip.
If anyone wants to call me, heads up.
Yeah, you
Wow.
cut out.
You cut
What?
You cut out completely.
All right, what we heard was, if anyone wants to call me, long pause.
Heads
Heads
up.
up.
That's the joke. Don't call her. No.
that was the
Lorelei.
best unique moment of that ever.
Lorelei.
Lorelei, got it.
Hey,
But-
Lorelei. That's how
Lorelei.
it's spelled.
Lorelei.
Mercy's gonna look at the group and go, Mercy's already a fake name. We're fine.
Are we going to be using fake names?
If you
Wouldn't
want.
hurt.
Ready for this?
Just call me
I wasn't-
Illa.
Illa?
Illa.
Okay.
Oh no.
I mean, you can call me whatever you want. I don't really even like the idea of names.
If you need to call me anything, call me Ophelia.
Okay.
Ophelia.
Theron will work for me.
What?
Theron.
Okay.
I hope you all know I have immediately forgotten all of your names.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I don't remember anything.
Both in character and out of character.
Yeah, I need to
Before
like.
we leave, since I know that we're leaving our cloaks behind, and I know some people will be not looking like their normal selves, I had had an idea. Now, I know that there are some people here who are newer to knowing each other, but we have been traveling for a while, and I consider you all basically like a tribe now. We're all a tribe, and
Aw.
we need to stick together. So I had these made, and he's going to take out all of the knives, and on them I had the phrase, and I don't know how many of you do speak Elvish, but the phrase on here is Umbar, and in Elvish that means fate, because Fortune's blade is the weapon of fate. So I'd like for everyone to go ahead and take one. It is very utilitarian as well. It is you can use it to skin hides or skin people, even though I don't recommend skinning people because it takes a long time and it's a rather gross
fuck?
process.
Wait, no.
But-
Have you skinned a person before?
That's a problem for
No.
another time.
No. That is a story I'd rather not tell at the moment. 'cause I
Gail,
feel
don't
like it
answer the
ruins it.
question.
But these were this is why I borrowed I wanted to borrow the claws because these are the claws and this is something that we did together.
By the way, you have two
And-
talent weapons.
Yes, I have that marked.
Okay, good, thank you.
Yep. And I would like from here on out, if by carrying one of these we could remember that we are a tribe and we need to stick together. Because clearly there are some things that are happening that are rather unique, and I know we can all accomplish them together. So, this is my gift to all of you.
That's very sweet of you, Gail. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Morgan has an indescribable look on her face.
Rose's
She,
eyes are
like-
watery, but she won't admit it.
He is
She's like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah. She's like stuck between like not knowing how to deal with this. Her heart, like she's having a lot of emotions.
Rudy just
BT
kind of
Dubs, I'm crying. Me and Kate, I am crying.
Oh my
I
god.
don't need this in my life.
Hey, look, this time it wasn't Michelle who cried.
Yay!
I have like genuine tears in my eyes. Fuck you all.
Rudy's just gonna kind of silently take the knife and like stick it in the, and she's just gonna nod at Gail and just kind of put it in her bag.
I do have a question, out of character. Does the
Yes.
deal damage differently from a regular dagger?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
It's just a dagger, right?
Dagger's a
Yes.
dagger.
Okay.
Yep.
It's
Trying to
it's
make
just that
sure
it is easier
because
to enchant.
yeah.
Yeah, it will be easier to enchant.
I don't really use
As someone who
weapons,
uses
but-
daggers, needed to know.
There you go. And it's more if you don't need to necessarily use it. Also, one other thought I had is I don't know if anyone here is good at. I believe the spell is called scrying, or like looking into things from afar. This is something common that we can all have on us. That way, if somebody does get lost, then we can find them again.
I don't have it now, but it is something I've been working on. But it'll take me a while to get there.
Yeah, and
I
think that's a
maybe
wizard
this will make
spell.
it easier.
I
Yeah.
think I can.
Scry? I think so.
Right? Yeah, it's a wizard spell, right? Because that's like when I think I've been thinking about taking up anyway.
It's like
so-
most classes, actually.
Yeah.
My
But
books are my
also-
bed.
Well, when that happens, Rudy, this hopefully will make it easier on you as well. That way, we can all make sure that we stick close.
Thank you,
Mercy's gonna
Gail.
hesitate before taking the knife. And look at him and go, this could end badly, but what the hell?
Most things do, to be fair. That is life.
Yeah, cheering out, let's go. Let's get this over
Morgan's
with.
gonna quietly take the knife and nod.
All right. So none of you have your cloaks or your discs,
Oh,
right?
Nope.
Right.
Not
Nope.
on me.
We gave him up.
Gail's
Alright,
even going to
uh,
give up the big deer skin cloak and wrap all of his other stuff in that.
Hey,
Gotcha.
real quick, Connor.
Yes.
On our way to meet the wife,
Bless you.
Mercy's gonna stay a little bit back from Avro, but close enough that she can cast Prestidigitation on him.
You don't have the opportunity to be like that because what happens is Avro steps out from behind the bar, takes out his little black coin, flicks it into the air, catches it, and then you guys find yourself standing in a completely different location.
Ooh.
hell?
I was gonna buy
yeah.
more. I was gonna buy common clothes. Fuck.
What the fuck?
I didn't even have to walk. That was awesome.
Right. Now she's gonna
You
be
know,
the
this
man.
kind of thing happened to me one time.
Oh my god.
Was it before or after drugs?
Or during.
I don't remember,
To me,
but
what
I
is-
do remember it was a weird night.
So, you all find yourselves now standing in a very well kept room. It appears to be.
His house.
Who said that?
That was me. Sorry.
It
thought it
appears
was-
to be a living room. You see that it is a well kept and well decorated room. There's a couch. There's a fireplace. Small number of blades that are actually mounted up on the wall, as well as a few other objects. There is a painting of Avro and his wife that you can see above the fireplace. It is Avro wearing some finery, looking much like he does right now, and a picture of a tall, willowy woman. Oh, hold on, I closed out of her sheet.
Oh.
Whoops.
She's hot.
She's hot?
She's
Let
hot.
me-
Two,
let me just-
quick.
It is a tall, fine-featured, willowy woman with coppery hair and slightly copper-colored eyes with this kind of tint of green to them that turns slightly upward at the edges. You can see in the picture she's wearing some nice finery as well. It appears to be the wedding picture that was on his desk. Mercy. And once you guys appear in the room, you're there for a few seconds, and then you hear from a room nearby. Avro? That you? You know you're home already. And stepping into the room is no, stop it. Stop it. That's really weird.
I knew it! I knew it this whole time!
That's gross. Don't fuck the cat. And stepping into the room
I don't
is
know what
the
Avro
woman
gets
that you see in the picture. Instead of wearing finery, though, she's wearing comfortable and plain-looking clothing. The top is a light green, flowing, kind of asymmetrical top, some plain trousers, and some boots. And she will look at you all and go, "So, I'm guessing you're his friends? Employees? Sorry.
Yes, Daya's
I have
gonna.
one question.
Everyone just talks the same
Well,
time.
Sorry. One. Yes.
What?
Boy,
Are there
you
any windows
need
in the room?
your microphone.
Fucker!
Sucks.
Fuck you! Okay, is this better? Because I didn't want to be this annoying and loud.
It's a little better.
Are there any windows in the room?
Yes.
Recognize anything outside the windows?
You
Just
see
in like
mountains. You see a mountain. You see mountains stretching off to the side, and further down the mountainside, you see it eventually stretches into some forests.
Do I recognize it? Do I roll
No.
like... Okay. Do I recognize the wife?
No.
Continue.
Daya's
I
gonna
apologize.
step forward then and introduce herself. Hi, I'm Daya. You must be the wife, the missus.
Yes. My name is Minerva. If you'd be so kind to call me that and not the wife.
Well, I didn't know you. Well, nice to meet you, Minerva.
Minerva, but
Minerva.
close enough.
I just want a 20-minute
Hello.
montage of all of
Hello,
us saying her name
Minerva.
wrong.
My name is Gale.
Oh, that's
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Hello, Mr. Fairbolg. Don't see very many of you around here.
As I have been told, yes.
Shame. Why so polite?
I agree.
Morgan takes a step forward, like stiffly holds out her hand and goes, Morgan Procatcha.
Nice to meet you.
Goddamn right.
You sound like you come not from around here. Exit?
Yes, actually.
Interesting.
Not far out of the town of... What's the town?
I don't know. What is it?
That sounds like you.
Who am I?
It's me though.
Always look out for Johnny the
Outside
Cat.
of Cameron.
Not familiar with the town, but still. I'm aware of the accent.
I'm erudite.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Rose steps forward and kind of holds out her hand, but when she goes to like shake it, Ro kisses the back of it and goes, "Just Ro."
I see you're a little flatterer.
That is
Very
both a
charming,
pun and
she'll,
true.
and she'll rub your hair.
Oh, okay.
I love her!
Like saying hi to a young child.
Ro is frown emoji.
Right.
Daya just kind of like snorts at that.
Cal just sort of nods at her.
Hello. Twin?
Indeed.
You're a twin.
Yes.
Okay. And you, Miss Tall Tiefling?
Mercy's gonna smile at her and go to shake her hand with one hand and the other hand touch the tattoo and go, Mercy, and I apologize in advance for what I'm about to do.
Oh no!
And she's gonna purple at Rose's face.
Purple Avaro's face?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He has to be within 10 feet.
Just roll me sleight of hand. He is definitely within 10 feet.
Oh.
Oh no! You're trying to cast it on him.
Yeah.
So technically it's a save then.
Oh, please.
I know what Urxie's save is. I know that Avro is well trained by this point.
That's actually really funny though.
Is there a save for prestidigitation?
there
No,
isn't.
there is not.
isn't.
It's an instantaneous effect.
I don't believe so.
No,
No,
there
it
isn't.
just happens.
Oh no! But I thought you had the touch with the tattoo.
No, you don't.
I touched the tattoo, but nothing else.
Let me heat
Yeah.
prestidigitation at y'all.
I already put it up.
Never mind. Never mind.
It's instantaneous.
It is objects within range, and it's instantaneous. He cannot resist it.
Oh my god!
Oh my god. Mom.
So you do this, and then grab your arm and cast a spell on him, without he's not able to step away fast enough because he can't see this coming. And you see that Minerva very quickly gets this very devilish smile on her face, looking at her husband.
We get to bully with a wife's permission.
Daya's gonna snap like, mercy! Are you serious?
And she's gonna look at her and go, sorry, I've been trying to do this for like a few weeks now, and I recently got the ability to do that without needing to touch him.
Do you really think now is the time?
Now is always the time for pranks.
I mean, we might be dead in a week. Might as well.
I may never get an opportunity again. I mean, look at him.
What color is he?
Oh, he
He's
should be
purple.
purple.
Like, his face is purple.
Avro, you may want to look in a mirror.
I know.
In all fairness, it is a
Sorry,
great
Avro.
Mercy's gonna look at him and just wink with a grin.
I'm
Ro's
not.
gonna look at him and she's gonna go, fucking sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sorry. And you feel a hand press on your back.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You feel your sin.
I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no! We're gonna die!
Avro alive.
It was not Avro, as his wife laid a hand on your back and attempted to cast Irresistible Dance.
What?
You feel this urge to start dancing, and you just barely manage to stop yourself from doing it.
I feel like she does that, turns around and grabs both her hands and go, if you want to dance with me, you should just say.
Oh.
Ooh.
Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Not good enough for me. Sorry.
And she takes her hands and puts them up and goes, that's fair.
You try to move her hands. She's strong. She is shockingly strong for her size, because she's a slight woman.
Wait a minute.
Dave's gonna just snap, like, kind of angry, like, does no one care about, the super secret mission that we're about to go on and might die on, like, hello?
It's best to have fun now.
I mean,
Also-
you're gonna go on the mission no matter what.
May I just say,
chuckle.
this is the second time that Mercy has been turned down by a married woman. I just want everyone to remember
You
that.
don't remember the first
I know. I'm not saying I want everyone else
Ro
to know
isn't
that
saying
this
it,
is the
Jill is
second
saying
time.
it.
Mercy's not intentionally hitting on her. It was just a kind of jab at the fact that she tried to do the dance.
Does not change the fact that she has now been turned down by 2 married women.
She has been.
I'm just saying, it's there. It's a pattern.
Decided.
To be fair, she is hitting on married women.
Yeah. Should hope she's turned down.
Just keep doing that. So out of Aardglass somewhere, and you know the spiel. I'm not helping you, but still, I'm bringing you there.
And that is very kind of you. We appreciate your help.
Yes.
Not a problem. Any requests about location? It's a coastal town, so got a few options.
Should I disguise before we go?
It's up to you. It's a big place.
Let's go maybe a mile or
Outside
so
of
out of
town.
town, a bit closer to the town, so we can potentially get a look at the port from a distance to see if there's an obvious ship that they'd be using.
I'm pretty sure that I can teleport you over to either a spot towards the west or the east. Well, no, it's on the coast, north or south, and go from there. Yeah, that could possibly get you a good view at the port without having to actually enter the town.
North or south? I'll ask to the group.
North. Why not?
North it is, then.
All right, then this shouldn't go wrong. Maybe.
What?
We'll see.
That makes
And
me
she's
feel
gonna cast
great.
teleport.
Oh, that's right. There's a chance teleport messes up real bad.
There is.
Oh, great!
Oh boy.
And it's the end of the campaign.
You know, it's
Yay.
really glad.
It's still tough to die from it.
I don't know.
Especially-
You're not
it's-
Cal.
Well, especially when someone knows the location, it's tough to have happen. It's possible, but
This is when he rolls an @1.
This is when it happened.
D100, I believe.
it's a D100.
That one.
I just want to find that.
You're right. We go on a different,
Table.
completely different adventure now.
We end up on the wrong continent.
Oh,
End up on the
no.
wrong
mean-
plane.
Depending on the continent, that could be real bad.
We end up in the
We're
Feywild.
not on a different continent right now, huh, Connor?
We wake
Oh,
up and
right.
we
So basically, you got a 3 in 4 chance of making it there, no problem.
You know,
Wow,
Mercy's-
that's actually pretty
Hey!
high.
1 in 4 chance of failing.
That's
Mercy's
pretty
done what
bad.
she's wanted to do.
No, a 3 out of 4 chance of making it there
Right.
with no problems at all.
It's a 25%
And a 1 in
chance
4
of not
chance of making there with a problem.
No, you'd be off target or in a similar location.
Uh,
A mishap is a 1 in 5. Sorry, no, a 5 out of 100.
1 in
So-
20. I love math.
no, I think we
Even with a 28, you're still on target.
that's like just barely missing.
Yes. No, it's there's no miss.
I mean,
Like,
that's just
it's-
barely like being in the wrong
yeah,
spot.
just barely in the right area.
Do we get a
So
new map?
there is a flash of this greenish energy, and you find yourselves on the coast. You see that you're in an area where there are crashing waves. The sand is crunching beneath your feet, and you see off to the south of you there's a large port town. There is a wall that spreads around it up until it hits the actual water itself. But stretching out from the wall itself, you see that there are many houses that actually stretch out further than the boundary of the town itself. Many of these houses look smaller, a touch more out of shape, but still they look well lived in. And you can see that there are quite a few of these. There are a lot of buildings that just stretch out of the protection of the walls. In the port, you see that there are multiple ships, all of various looks and designs. If you want to get a closer look or try to use your elven eyes, please roll me perception checks.
I shall.
Yes, sir.
Can I use my pink
Well.
tinted spyglass?
You absolutely can.
Does that give me advantage?
I want to double check it, but I think it does. Yes.
I remembered I had that.
Elf eyes see.
Nice.
What do your elf eyes see?
The twins out here twinning.
Yeah, my god.
Morgan doing twice as well, as usual.
What?
Since
We
when?
have the same, addition to our perception, Morgan.
Listen.
So basically, it's more so that you don't have it with advantage, but you do get a lower DC because things are magnified for you.
Okay. And it's perception?
Yes.
Yeah.
It still doesn't help.
Don't
It
think
ain't
it's that
great.
low.
I ain't great at things.
You do use the spyglass, but you very quickly find yourself looking into the crowd around it because people are more interesting than,
You're
boats.
the only one who's like, no, I don't care.
Well, who
Sure.
cares about a boat? I mean, why would you care? It's just a boat.
Just a bunch of wood on some water.
Yeah,
Garbage.
exactly. It's stupid. Gale, Mercy, Maddie, and Morgan, you would all see that there are multiple ships. One galleon, a few sloops.
Galleon of what?
Shut
You make me want to die!
the session's over for today, guys. I'm gonna go to sleep now because that was it. That was the best joke of the night.
I will say there's an appropriate time for a pun, and there's not an appropriate time for a pun.
I know,
the inappropriate.
That was just a bad pun.
Question: Can
And
you
there's
do
also the-
psychic
I know, it
damage
wasn't
for
the
that?
right time.
No.
The
So
right time, and I'm
you
sorry.
see that there is one galleon, a few sloops, a fairly large. What is the word I'm looking for?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what any of these words mean. I just assume it means
A sloop is a small
Big boat,
sailing.
smaller boat.
A sloop is a small sailing ship. A galleon is a larger one that's more for carrying cargo, about 150 feet long, around that size. No, not coal galleon. Different one.
It's just a coal galleon. Just around.
Oh my god.
You're
It's
such a nerd.
having a great time.
There does appear to be something more akin to like a long ship there as well, and a few sailing ships that are all docked in the same location.
Can I ask if any of them have the hand?
Maddie and Morgan, you two would note that while the ship, the galleon, while currently docked, doesn't have its flag on mast and on display. You see that there does appear to be someone on the boat that is wearing priest vestments.
I elbow Mercy and I point at the galleon.
Mercy, I'm just
I
going
don't
to be
propose
honest
you
here. You would not be able to pick up on this. These two are people who are like they've got really good eyesight.
I was about to say.
Yeah, it's a 20+ roll.
The twins
Does
are distracted
anyone
by
know?
being
Sorry, that's actually really rude. Does anyone in your cult thing use robes?
Two things. One, not my cult. And two,
Sorry.
I don't
Not
know.
my cult.
And two, I'd have to get a closer look.
All right.
No, and I will point out, there are priest vestments, but you do see they have like pauldrons and like as well. So
like fighting priests.
potentially.
Lit.
Fighting
At this
priests.
point,
You mean
at
that
this
for
point,
The Catholic in me is very excited.
I also want you to know you said fighting priest and Jill started singing fucking Naruto
We
again.
are fighting pre-stream.
Shut the fuck up. Oh,
Here I
that's
am in my
okay.
See,
ninja
my brain
clan.
went to fighting food
Ninja
on.
clan. Here we stand.
And
Oh, fighting
Naruto.
food
Let's
on.
focus, people.
Oh man, but let's be honest here. Fighting Foodons. What a weird fucking
it
show.
was great. Anyway,
Something.
moving on.
Hey. Fighting futons?
Fighting
We'll
food
talk about it later.
Okay.
You might be too young.
Probably.
You're absolutely too young.
So,
I don't know what this is.
you see that off in the distance. What would you like to do?
Well, initially I'd say we
Agreed.
should. Right now we are under no scrutiny. It wouldn't hurt to just go into town and take a look around, see what's happening.
That's about. Should we? I hate suggesting this, but do you guys want to split up?
It might be beneficial. A large group, no matter how disguised we are, is probably going to draw attention.
So who knows message?
I do.
What's that?
Who knows message?
What's a spell?
What's the message? like I can write a letter.
The spell.
I
Uh-oh.
have it.
Oh no!
Someone died.
Who died?
It was
Was
Jolly.
I.
Oh no,
No,
Jolly's
it's
here.
not Jolly.
What?
It
I don't know.
was
It's probably
Michelle.
Just hoping for Jolly's death. Sorry.
Oh my god! Don't be
Yeah.
Anyway, I think only Maury and
Well, Jill has it.
I have it.
Yeah, Jill, I think Erudite and Maury.
Well, if not erudite, at least has sending.
Yes.
So
Which
we
is
should.
still,
Better.
that's an expensive spell to blow.
Yeah, but
What?
emergency.
I don't remember
She
what.
does that message.
I don't remember what message does differently from.
Hold on, let me yeet that
Sending
into the chat.
basically message gives you basically one round, so 6 seconds of talking,
Okay.
and it's within 300 feet,
something
Mhm.
like that.
I think
300
it's
feet, I think.
600 at like level 5.
Something like that.
Well,
Um,
Well, no, it doesn't.
At
count for
5th level, it
non-attack.
has a range of 500 feet. Yes.
Okay, so there you go. And it's blocked by like what is it, like 3 feet of wood, a foot of stone,
1 foot
blah,
of
blah, blah, stuff like
stone,
that.
1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of wood,
Yeah,
and
there you
magical
go.
silence.
Yes, there we go.
And it's a cantrip, so like.
And it
I
is
know
a
things
cantrip,
now.
so it's a lot easier to cast because if you use sending, it's 25 words and it's a 3rd level spell.
So wait, so
So-
what's the range? What's the range on message?
It's like 500 feet.
There we go.
Okay.
300 feet.
Okay.
You should probably update yours because it's.
Well, it's at. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It is 300 feet, you nerd.
Yeah, I just said that.
You said 500.
I said at 5th level, it has a range of 300 feet.
You did say 500.
No, I
I heard-
didn't.
I heard
Yeah.
500.
I heard it.
Your
I
brain
heard
is
500
broken,
too.
so fuck you.
Okay.
Alright,
Aggressive.
well.
I'm sorry, Jill. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That was mean. I don't mean it.
But
It also says you have to point towards a creature in range.
You do.
and
You need to know the general location of them because if you don't, it doesn't work.
that's the benefit of
Oh.
it being a cantrip. You can just go around in a circle.
Yeah, you
Pointing
just gotta
like,
like
"Hey,
slowly
that-
rotate. Like, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah,
Oh.
you're basically standing there in a circle and just start pointing and spinning.
Anyway, so do you want to split
Explains
into
so
2 or
much.
3 groups? There are 7 of us. And
I
3
think
people have the spell.
two groups.
Bro.
2 groups might be better.
Yeah, 2
For
groups
sure.
is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
Yeah, there are 8 of you.
There are
That's
eight.
I was
not
like,
bad.
aren't there
There are
8
eight,
of us?
Yeah,
I
that's
was
why
like,
Gale
Cole, you're
made 8
confusing me,
knives.
buddy.
I was just rolling with it. Fuck.
I'm not good at math.
Clearly.
None of us are.
And Michelle's still disconnected. She'll be back soon though. But
it's
yeah, 2
It's
groups. should
okay,
be
don't
fine.
worry. I'm kind of longing for sleep at the moment.
Sorry.
So
Okay, don't worry.
If we go into groups, where there can be more of us to back each other up.
Yes, and a group of 4 is not going to draw much attention. Not like a group of 8.
Agreed.
Again, don't interact with anything really in the terms of if something gets hostile, bail. Don't draw unnecessary attention to ourselves.
So try to limit the fighting for now.
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
We need to find out who's in charge, and we need to take care of them. Maybe we'll be recruited.
Jesus.
I would
Not
like
like
to
that.
avoid that if at all possible.
You could get us on the ship, though.
What would we do on the ship?
If it might take us close to their higher ups.
Well, something to also consider. Might be something we do tonight, but if we find out which ship is there, perhaps we could sabotage it, buy us a bit more time.
It's true. We could set fire to it.
Jesus Christ.
I like this plan.
I
Me
mean,
too.
Perhaps
I
something
mean,
a
the
bit
worst thing you can do to
level.
a ship is set it on fire.
Plus, they killed a lot
Or-
of trees to make that ship, so I'm okay with this.
Look, if they don't have a ship, they can't leave.
And then we can kill them online.
Oh my god.
Um,
Yeah.
online.
Online.
Yeah.
Oh, on land. That's what you said.
Yeah.
yeah.
My mind went to online as well. I was like, what? What?
I heard online, but I was like, oh, he actually.
No, I knew what you meant, but it's,
Yeah.
It threw my head through a loop.
Technically, we will be killing them online.
it's true, but still.
yeah.
So,
Anyway,
So if we genlock, I'm just kidding.
Stop it.
so how are we splitting up the groups?
well, it also depends. What places do you want to investigate? Should we investigate the pier a bit more closely? See if we can confirm that Galleon is there?
You two have pool with sailors usually, don't you?
I know my way around seamen.
We're familiar with ports.
Mercy's just gonna sigh.
Yeah.
You're good
Anyway.
with semen, aren't you?
Not that it's not
especially
funny.
cloisters who use a bunch of big staffs.
Yeah.
Not that it's not funny, but why don't you two and 2 others go to the dock?
Hello?
Well, we need someone
you-
who has
I,
message.
I'll point out Minerva, who has removed her boots and is now kind of lounging in the sand at the moment, does kind of, upon hearing the mention of the sailors, go, "Yeah, it looks like the guy's pretty good with seamen."
I
I don't want to be good with sea.
Cal smiles at her and says, "Knowing Avro, you probably are too."
Oh
Oh.
Walking a dangerous line.
Cal bows, but it's such a fun thread.
We're gonna get killed by our boss's wife.
Musty's gonna look at him and go, "Look, I may fuck with the boss, but I know not to fuck with wife."
Cole, hold on a second, please.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I would just like to point out I have advantage against charm effects.
Wait,
Oh, no.
half elves can't be charmed, right?
They
Fey
have
ancestry.
advantage. Is it full
Advantage
elf?
on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep.
Yes, that's it.
That's it.
Because I can't recall. Do full elves just it can't? I can't. Oh,
I think they have the same
Google,
thing.
hold on. I have.
Yeah,
I
I
have
think
the
it's
book.
the Fey ancestry, so I think elves have the same thing.
Hold on. I have the player's handbook on my phone.
Oh, I'm worried.
Oh man, so am I.
I can't believe
Okay,
Cal is
nothing
dead.
happens.
Okay.
Spooky, spooky.
Saving throws against being charmed though.
Yes, that's. Yeah. So basically, it sounds like it's the same thing as half elves. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, let's put it this way. Boy, would you rather go with the twins to the docks, or would you rather go wherever I go, I guess, probably into town to ask questions?
Head into town.
Alright, so, well,
Hmm?
you want to go with the twins?
Sure. Love water.
Well,
Rather
it's either,
You don't have to go in the water.
it's either you or Rudy.
Ro, here's a better question. Would you rather go with me? into town?
Absolutely not. I love water.
Bro, can you
All
swim?
right. So
I
So
can go
which
to the
one's-
docks as well.
okay. So
Trying to.
doc group is Ro,
Me.
Gale,
Me.
And the twins.
and the twins. Who is? What are the other two groups?
Then the
There's
other
just one-
group is
there's two
just,
groups.
it
just
would
two
be
groups.
Maddie,
Morgan.
Morgan, Mercy, and Rudy.
And you guys are entering through the front gate.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna head
Into the town. Into the Valley of Death rides the 3.
Okay. Whatever. So, the individuals who go into the port are not relevant, as the individual that goes to the gate get to see something.
Oh.
Yeah!
So,
Wait,
Uh,
we need to go through the gate to get to the port, or is it like open? You said there was a wall.
there is a wall that leads up to the port, and then onto the port. Basically, you just kind of walk on. There are guards there, but it's a port. There's not a lot of room there. It's more or less like a dock that you can kind of walk on, and people will make sure you're not, plotting to murder anybody.
I mean, to be fair, I thought the intention was to all go through the main gate, since that's a little less suspicious. To have some people just randomly show up from the woods or at the port. Hey.
I thought we were going
Oh,
straight to
geez.
the port.
It's up to you
I
guys.
thought thought we were going through the town because that's the least suspicious.
There are entryways to the port on the sides, so you could very
Well,
easily just
I thought
walk.
the point was to split up, so I thought we were going to enter at different places.
Then surely just go directly to the port if there's a door. where
Yeah.
it leads
If there's an
closer to it.
entrance
Yeah.
to the port, then I would imagine we would just go to the port.
That makes sense.
Alright. So, you do so. And the individuals who are going through the front gate, you guys make your way into the town of Aardglass, and you find that as you're making your way through the houses that kind of surround and are around the main wall itself, I'll give you a map of Aardglass now.
Yay.
So basically, as you guys are making your way through, you would be coming from this direction. The people approaching the port can just kind of go along here. There's a small entry area where you are allowed to go in and just kind of wander along the port, which stretches along, despite what this map says, all along this entire pathway. Sorry, all along the edge. It's a pretty large port. Now, the people who go in through this gate aside from the somewhat ramshackle and not always well cared for buildings, you see that there does appear to be a small congregation of people in this square right here. Stop that. Right here. Uh, and it appears to be a crowd that are standing around a wooden platform that was quickly and hastily built. And sitting on the platform, you see a man wearing red priest vestments, and he is. It sounds like he is beginning to wind down a speech, and you hear him as he goes, "Brothers and sisters, it is it is my absolute honor to be given this great responsibility to build a new church here for all of the lovely people of Aardglass. I will make sure that my teachings for the god Irori will be brought down for all of you and will give you all what you deserve. I hope that you all will be willing to aid us in construction. All who do will receive our blessing and will be more than welcome to join us in our church. And it looks like you guys are approaching just at the very end of this, but this man finishes up his speech, and you watch the crowd gives him a round of applause as he walks down, and is then followed by two armed individuals, both wearing plate mail that have red handprints on them.
Mercy's gonna kind of nudge Moira and go, was the guy on the boat dressed like that?
Was he?
No, and just so Mercy, so you know, this looks like a regular old human. The person who was on the boat was better dressed, and he was wearing a helmet. He looked more like a war priest than anything. This guy looks a little more soft, you suppose is the word? You're not sure.
Well, I have a dumb idea if you guys want to follow.
I've been following dumb ideas since I joined this group. Sure, what's going? What are we doing?
We're gonna go walk up and try to talk to him. I mean, he's got guards, but chances are they'll just keep us at a distance.
Are you sure about that?
Disguise self on myself?
Alright, you cast Disguise Self, and you make yourself look like somebody else.
Mercy just looks
Red
at Matt
hair,
and...
paler skin, so on. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're good. Mercy just looks at Matt and goes, I'm not sure of anything, but it's worth a shot. And she's gonna approach the priest, cleric.
Priest feels like the more appropriate term. He doesn't look especially strong, you know? He doesn't look like he'd be able to smash your head in with a mace. He looks like he's probably just a priest.
Do priests in this world go by father?
It depends. The ones from Aurori, less so. Actually, there is a proper term for them that I have in my game, and I just need to find it because it was...
Your priestliness.
She's back.
Yes, indeed.
What up, JC?
It's a JC.
JC.
Burr. I went to
Where?
Burr
Oh,
Place.
where is it? Because I know.
Where
did I lose?
You're with
Gone.
me at the moment, which is the group we're right now. We're currently approaching a priest that's in town.
Okay. So Rudy, you're with
Mercy, Moy.
Mercy, Morgan, and Madeline, and you went in through this gate. And you're at like the square right here.
Hold on, I'm not actually logged into
Oh my
Roll20.
God.
I had to do so many fun things.
Basically, you entered through like a main gate. You're at a square. You just saw a priest like finish giving a speech.
That's it. With the individuals from Procretia, they are referred to as Turo.
Turo?
Turo. Turo.
T-U-R.
Turo.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, guys.
Is that specifically for Aurori or just
That
in
is that is
Phoenicia?
that is specifically Precretion.
So only Precretions would know
With
that.
Aurori, you don't know. That'd be a religion check.
I mean, I'm not there. I was just.
No.
Can't
Okay,
see anything. Am I
clarification.
supposed to not see anything?
No.
Curiosity. I just see a
Ugh.
Oh.
white page.
That is worrying.
I think you just need to scroll some.
I went out and I just see a grid page.
Oh, you're gonna have to actually go back to roll 20 and then come back in.
Okay, I will do that.
But
Sorry,
yes,
I
so
don't-
if anybody who
Any
wants
fucks me.
to know the proper term for priests for the following of Aurori, you'd have to roll. And that's the people who are speaking.
What is the
It's
following of
religion.
Rory?
Am I allowed to ask if I have it at advantage since I'm from Precretia and I've dealt with them? Alright.
No, because you're not dealing with the normal group.
It's religion.
Oh.
Oh, yep.
It's
well,
it's probably the same thing unless you.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
We were
the
there.
player hive mind kind of acted there, but basically, Morgan
mine's
and
on
Dea,
talking.
you guys would know that when it comes to the following of Aurori, there aren't a lot of priests. There are plenty of monks, though. They're
Goody.
They're a lot more combat oriented. Not because
wonderful.
fighting is the best option, but because it's a great way to perfect yourself. You are fitter if you are capable of fighting. Therefore, monks are one of the more common people to follow them, and there isn't exactly a hierarchy for them. It's more so whomever is the most knowledgeable is in charge, and they go by their name. But Morgan, since you are there, this man does not look like a monk.
Oh yay.
He looks like some kind of a preacher.
Actually, I'm gonna put a screenshot of what I'm seeing right now. See?
I'm
That's what I'm
conflicted.
saying.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
Try closing your browser.
Oh,
starting
and
it
came
again.
back in.
Yeah. Hold on.
Have you tried
Except,
restarting your
um,
browser?
Started my computer. Right now in the Discord, I'm actually in the Discord of because I like deleted my Discord, so I'm actually in the browser Discord right now.
Oh, jeez. All right.
So
well,
I can't really.
We'll be finishing up soon because I'm not feeling too well, and we'll be going from there. But we'll be finishing up in a soonish.
It's fine. No, it's
So
fine.
You can also look at
you
the
go
stream
up
for
to
the
speak
map.
to the priest.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I'm sorry. My friends and I only caught the end of that. What were you talking about?
Well, I apologize that you were not here. We are here to build a church for Irori in this town so that we may spread the word and show everybody the path to perfection.
Oh, is there going to be another sermon? I would love to hear it.
Well, we will occasionally, some of my compatriots will periodically be in the town to discuss stuff like, discuss that matter to individuals and gain, to have some people become interested in what we are preaching. I do not have any planned sermons. It is difficult to do without a place of worship, but we are in the process of building one.
Where are you guys meeting at the moment?
Well, more or less wherever we feel it is for the best to begin revealing the knowledge of Aurori. Wherever we can build one of those platforms, essentially.
Sorry, I've been rude. What is your name?
Mendes.
Connor, please spell it.
Mendes. Mendes.
That counts.
Shawn
Actually spelled.
Mendes? Is that you,
Who?
Shawn Mendes? He's a singer that all the kids love.
Who?
I know of him
Don't worry
because
about
I have a 10-year-old cousin.
I'm not hip with the kids.
Don't worry
I
about it.
know him
Mood.
because he's
I
on the
know
radio.
them.
Anyway.
She.
Jesus Christ.
If I want to find you to ask questions, is there somewhere I should go?
Well, you can always hope to find me during one of my sermons, as you were so polite to refer to them as.
Is that not what they're called? I'm sorry, I'm new to religion.
Typically, I would consider it a sermon if I had a church, but here it is just spreading the word of Aurori. Still, I may be at the construction site if you wish to speak to me there, but even then, I am fairly busy attempting to bring the knowledge to the people.
I'm sorry, I just came into town about a day ago for travels. Where's the construction site at?
It was not a day ago, so you're not telling the truth. So I will need a deception check from you. As you're now trying to pull information, so I'm gonna make you roll for a deception.
It's all gonna go tits up, guys. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Nope.
Yay, it stayed down. Don't worry about it.
No tits here.
It's fine.
What a shame.
Our group will be fine.
We're just on the dock having a great time.
To be fair, the two best liars went docks.
Yes,
Hi,
they did.
guys.
Actually, Maddie would probably be one of the best liars.
But Maddie
But
doesn't
she
talk.
doesn't talk.
Oh, I know.
Which is hilarious.
I heard the distant squeaking of Jolly. I heard that.
Did we lose Michelle again?
I think so. She's having some problems.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with her internet.
Technical difficulties.
What do
Been
you do?
there.
Oh,
Been
he's
there,
back.
done that, boys.
But
It is well, she's about if you go along the main road heading towards the southeast, and then follow in about 4 blocks, and then take a left, and it should be the building lacking a roof at the moment. If you just keep an eye out.
is there anyone there that could talk to me at the moment? I really want to know more.
Some of our gracious followers were so kind as to assist with the construction, so several acolytes seeking to learn more of the god, and some of the more devout individuals will be there, but that is all.
Can
It's
I ask one?
Touch noisy, as we are currently building a building, so you would likely have to speak a touch louder.
Can I ask you one last question? Your accent, it's not from here.
No,
Where are you from?
I am from. I am from Lucretia. I that is where I lived.
That must be terrible. I know that this war's still going on over there.
Yes, it is. It is quite terrible. And one of the armed men behind him goes to Mendes, "We should probably leave, sir." And he kind of puts a hand on his shoulder and just to get his attention. And Mendes looks at him and goes, "Very well. You're right. We should. Please, may Aurori's knowledge be with you.
And with you.
And if you want,
Also with you.
and also with you,
And with your spirit.
you can roll an insight check if
I
you
want
want.
to die.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Can I do it too?
Yes, absolutely.
I was about to say,
You guys were all there. The people
Yeah.
who
Yeah,
are
I wanna
present
do
for
it
this
too.
can absolutely do so.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
I'm-
use
I'm-
luck.
Inside check.
Oh,
Hell yeah!
Maddie,
We all
coming
come
in
in
hot.
full.
Fucking Maddie, dude.
Wise
The
squad.
power of God
so-
compels you.
That's pretty
Should've
great.
fought me.
The only person who doesn't get it His mercy.
Yeah, and that was with
Oh.
luck.
She's like, wow, he's really tough.
Yeah.
14 was with luck.
I'm going to need. Well, no, I'll just say it because really, you'll probably immediately say it to them.
Yeah.
Turo Mendez seemed very worried around the armed men near him,
Oh.
They're not
Mm.
protectors,
and when
they're enforcers.
and when they laid a hand on his shoulder, he flinched
He flinched. Yeah.
just a bit. Maddie, you definitely picked up on it. He looks scared of them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The
No, wait for them to get out of earshot.
I want to pick his
Awesome.
pockets.
What?
That's
No.
really difficult to do.
Hear me out.
There are 2 armed guards standing
No!
right next to him.
No.
Let me explain. I pick his pocket. Oh, you dropped this.
No.
Remember
Okay.
that
I
time
see
we
you
were
doing
supposed
it.
to
Like
be,
grab your arm. Like Rudy. Like no, don't. No.
Remember, we aren't supposed to get arrested.
Listen.
Morgan. Remember the first thing that he said. The
Fine.
first thing.
You can pick someone's pocket who's not fucking surrounded by guards.
Fine.
Bound to run
Gotta
into
see if
another
we can-
priest. That's
He's
why
not
I.
happy. He's not happy here.
Well, let's see what we can find out from the chuckle happy lunatics over at the construction site.
Maddie, you should talk too.
Okay, okay.
Jesus, man.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, you're just quiet and you need to learn to not be.
I was about to say, just interrupt us. That's what
Yeah,
the
fuck,
Listen,
fuck everybody
I
else.
talk way
Seriously.
too much. Just talk over me.
Yeah, we know.
Here,
Okay.
Connor.
It just appears to be that he looks unsafe around those guards.
I don't think they're protecting him.
Not in a good way.
It's possible he was just a normal creature of the god of perfection and ended up with them. I mean,
True.
they get a bad rep back in Patricia.
There's something not right here.
Nope.
Perhaps we should go speak with the person you wanted to speak with, because Michelle was not here for this, so I have no idea what you guys are
The
talking about.
construction workers. I
Oh,
want to
okay.
head there. If there's anyone there.
Okay, perhaps we should go speak with them.
Might get us more information.
All right, let's go back to
After
the
you.
port.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Other team.
Court.
Team
Disguise self.
other people. I figured.
However,
Disguise
this
self.
time,
Oh,
wood
no.
elf, female,
Okay.
bright yellow dress, gold rings, and gold eyes.
I love her.
Dirty blonde hair.
Okay.
That-
Okay.
Just so I established that my disguise self is what I used for Meston. It's the
Gotcha.
same one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Gail's
And
going
Morgan
to
was
kind
a
of
pale-skinned, red-haired elf, I believe.
With no, with completely silver eyes. Just a little detail.
Got it. Still pretty clearly a player character, but gotcha.
Listen, it's a thing for elves. They can have silver eyes. Fuck you.
The main character in the anime you can spot from a mile away.
Yeah.
It means you can stop
making
monsters
fun
in
of
their
me.
tracks.
I hate
I'm
all
sorry,
that.
but your
Silver
daughter,
eyes.
your daughter's a protagonist, and you just pull out this thing. with
God,
pink hair.
I don't like any of you. I'll be right back. I'm leaving.
Anyway, what do we see, Connor?
You see a busy port. There are multiple ships that have all been docked. I described them previously. Many individuals that are loading stuff off of the ships, putting them on, stuff like that. You see that there appear to be several fishing ships, then specifically one of the sloops and 2 of the smaller sailing ships that were in the area that are offloading their cargo. Appears to be fairly active around the area. There are a few trading stalls nearby. It looks like people are selling various trinkets, food, stuff like that. And in the distance, you can see the galleon where on said ship there are several armed individuals, multiple men wearing plate mail, and one which the individuals who made the checks to sea, which I think are none of you,
Yeah, I
because
can
they all
find the
went
other
into the
group.
town. Um, uh, and one individual who is wearing almost like priest vestments, but with pauldrons on. And you see that he is also wearing a full helm, and you see that there are two horns sticking out of it.
Are they his horns?
You don't
Yeah.
know. They could be on the helmet itself, or they could be his.
Can we see like skin color?
No, he is a war priest. He is wearing like plate mail
Okay.
and like vestments. He is like armed and probably not very comfortable considering this is a hot day. It's a let's see.
Winter.
It's
Is it a hot
fall.
day?
Sorry, I had a stroke. I'm also a little tired and sickly
Yeah.
feeling at the moment.
Understandable.
Aw,
We get
poor
it, we get
Kindly go
Potter.
fuck yourself.
it.
Aw.
Sorry.
Aw.
It's basically it's the 60th of fall, so it's chilly on the ocean, and plate mail, while covering your skin, gets cold. So he's probably not entirely comfortable.
Okay. As we approach the galleon, like, are they loading things onto it or off to it, or is it just sort of sitting there?
It's basically just sitting there. Um, a majority of the individuals who are armed are either standing completely stock still, or the few individuals you see that are holding bows are actually patrolling back and forth and looking along the dock that leads up to the ship and in the water below it as well.
Perhaps Cal will sort of turn to the group and say, perhaps we should not draw too much to attention ourselves and potentially ask the portmaster or a nearby worker what they know about this, rather than interacting directly with the ship.
Yeah, as much as I want to walk right on up to that big old guy up there, don't think that's a great plan.
Well, we did just get here. That's an opening of a conversation.
I will try to find a portmaster or someone who's like managing the docks or anything.
Gotcha. So, looking around the port, you find that there is a fairly elderly-looking man who you believe to be the portmaster, as he is holding a clipboard and writing things down really quickly. And you believe that to be the portmaster.
Hello, good sir.
Hello!
Hello. Or you gonna say something?
No.
Yeah.
Were
So-
you going to
so-
say something?
Yes, I was. I happened to be a bit of my sailor self, and I was walking through the port. I just happened to see that amazing galleon over there. Who by chance owns it? I'm
Oh,
dying to meet them.
well, it's owned by the church. At least that's what they told me.
Which church?
Let's see. Rory.
Church of Aaway. Which god is that again?
Why would I know? What? I don't know.
I'm sorry, I've never seen...
What is with Cal and asking these portmasters information they wouldn't know?
I don't know, listen.
Tell me about religion, old man.
Listen, Cal's just trying to be friendly.
I mean, he's
Doesn't
old. That's what most
expect
people
an
are like this.
answer from an accurate answer from him.
No, I genuinely thought that was really funny. Uh,
How long
okay, sorry, let's go.
How long have they been in port?
They've been here. They've been here for about coming up on 3 months, something like that. Jesus, I shouldn't say months. 90 days.
Oh.
It's almost an entire season. That's incredible.
Yes. They paid a waiting fee, so who am I to care? Well, you would, as a sailor, you would know. Basically,
no. It's like, what does that mean?
you would know if you're going to be docking your ship for an extended period of time. You'd probably pay a fee to have that spot reserved and your ship not moved out of the spot. So more or less, it'd be like a boarding fee or a waiting fee, depending on the location.
Well, my friends and I have some other business to attend to in town. I would love to potentially talk to the people on the ship. How long are they staying here? So I know if
No
we
clue.
can put this in here. I'm gonna insight check that.
Okay.
I don't necessarily believe him.
I will answer in his voice once you roll. No clue.
and it doesn't look like they're
I
like.
don't trust you, old man.
He's just trying to figure out, if like he doesn't actually know, or if like.
Yeah.
No, fair enough. Oh no, hold on. I hear Robo Jace. I think. Jace.
Is it time for
It
Robo
hasn't been
Jace?
4 hours.
Oh no, there we go.
Oh.
Okay. I heard it for a
No,
second
we
there.
getting there.
Explain, we're
It
not
hasn't
there
been
yet.
4 hours.
It literally
Robo
happens
Jace,
4
like,
hours in
cabin art?
always.
And
Did
but
you get Robo Jace from the
Shut up.
cabin audio? Sorry.
Shut up.
and it doesn't look like people are like moving things on or off the ship.
Not really. No.
Who's all? So they've just been sitting here this entire time. They haven't really been like loading anything.
No.
Hmm.
Why am I telling you this? I shouldn't tell you this.
Thanks, Hagrid.
Yeah, I'll just sort of laugh. It's okay. I'm not gonna tell anyone else. No, I'm not gonna ask for that. Anyway, have a good day, sir. And he's gonna walk off.
All right, bye.
So he's gonna go back. Wait, so were all they there with me, or was it just me talking to him?
It'd be really awkward if they were all just standing there looking at this old man.
Okay, so I guess I'll go back to the group and relay the information. So so it's definitely the one owned by the followers, but they've been here for 90 days. Who knows how long they're... Would I know how long, like, the average long-term, like, boarding thing was?
It really varies. Okay. Like you could leave a ship for... You could leave it for only, like, 10 days if you're only going to be off for a little bit and you're just taking a break, and you could potentially have it there for years if you're just having it basically be left as storage. So really, there's no general time. The price definitely increases depending on how long you're going to be leaving them there, because after, like, say you leave something there for a year, they're going to eventually want that spot back.
Yeah.
So you got to really make it worth their while to just leave that spot constantly occupied by you.
So the group has money if they've been here for this long.
I think he mentioned a church.
Yeah, it's our friends, the followers, the Church of Aurora, as they're probably going by here.
It might be something to check out. But
do we want to try to take a closer look at the ship, or potentially talk to some workers, see if they noticed anything weird going on? Or
these people look very nasty.
Ro has been looking around trying to spot the, like, quote-unquote weakest link, aka like a young, doesn't know what he's doing kind of like worker. kind of like nervous looking, if anything, like, it's my first day. Any of that business. So she spots one of those.
Where was a shark in the water with blood?
Nervous blood.
So you're trying to size people up and find just the kind of like the squirreliest person, more or less. All right. Just roll me insight, because you're trying to, like, judge people.
Yeah.
That's not as bad.
It's great, but it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 6. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that seems about right. I don't see shit because these glasses are not my prescription.
These are a lot of strong sailor men. Nope.
Very hot. Same tone, same hump.
Wow, brilliant.
Yeah.
Why did we let the thirstiest people go? I mean, Daya's the only safe one.
It's where a bunch of big guys
What
are,
about
like, throwing
Gale?
around
Is
crates
Gale
and
is
shit.
Gale is Gale
Gale Fox.
DTF right now?
Huh? You never know.
Nothing.
That's promising. I love the sentence so much. Gil fucks. Like, I don't know what it is about that.
It's just so simple.
Gale has fucked and will fuck again.
Anyway,
So what do you want to do now? We know this is their ship, but actually, can I, as someone who is a sailor and is quite familiar with ship's defenses, given my background, would I have any idea of how like well defended this ship is? I can make like a check if you need me to.
Sure.
I also have
Do I
a
get
really quick
advantage?
question.
I don't know what you would roll. I'll think about that for a second.
Cool.
Okay.
I have a filter of invisibility. How long does that last?
It's just like the spell of invincibility.
How long does that last?
An hour.
An hour.
An hour, but you
Cool.
can break out. An hour, but you can break out of it if you get hit. That's right. If you hit somebody, activate something.
Yeah.
More or less, if you make an action.
Okay.
Kinda goes
Okay.
away.
Okay. Just forming plans. Okay.
I'm not like investigating it because I'm not that close. It's just sort of an eyeing thing. Would it be perception? Insight?
Let's say perception.
Okay, cool. Do I get advantage because of my background? Or-
No.
Cool.
Just because I'm genuinely not too sure what you would be rolling for this. I mean, the only real easy location in is gonna be the boarding planks,
Mm-hmm.
which are there and they can be removed, so
Mm-hmm.
they're only so effective.
Yeah, but like, are there like lots of cannons? Are there ballistas? Is it like reinforced railings? That kind of thing.
There are a few. Oh, my pen. Oh. There are a few what look almost like ballista. I think ballista is the word.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are a few ballista that you can see that are actually poking out of the actual hull of the ship. But aside from that, I mean, there are also some ports. It's portholes. Portholes that you can see. I don't know ship terminology. This is a problem.
It happens. Trust me.
You see boat windows.
Portholes.
Yes,
Yeah,
those
portholes.
things. You see a few of those, but those are always pretty small.
You see ship orifices.
You see that ship hole. That hot ship hole.
I mean, okay, let's go. But I'm not noticing anything like super defensive about the ship. It's just like a basic galleon.
It's a galleon, which means that it's tough to get into because of how it's designed. Just because, well, there's the plank where you can walk on, or you can try to swim and climb up, which is going to be difficult because you're soaking wet.
Mm-hmm.
There are the portholes that you could try to climb into, but you'd have to be small. The ballistae are a little better of an option,
How
but
small?
they're still ballista, and occasionally
Or
someone
shove some ballista into
stop it. This is gross.
It's only 3 feet tall.
But yeah, aside from that, there's not a whole lot. It's just kind of a boat.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. If it was just a basic boat, or is it like super like warship almost kind of thing?
No, it's not in warship territory. You've seen like a warship before.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, like one or two warships, and they're something else.
Mm-hmm.
They're a lot longer, approaching 250 feet long. And it's only 150. They are almost always taller, wider. They will occasionally have plating, but not very much because it's a boat. But they also will wind up having cannons somewhere on the boat. They are big, they are scary, and you can always pick one out.
Okay. Just real quick, last thing. Since I'm out in the port and have a closer visual, do I see any logos for the Black Salamander Shipping Company here?
You do not. You do not note any. And just to give you a proper description of the individual, the priest, war priest individual, you see his black plate mail. He has red vestments on, and the full helm has two horns on it that curl backwards, like back over the forehead and then towards the ears.
Kind of like Mercy's horns?
Like an ibex. like the goat thing.
Okay. I guess depends on the group. That horned individual, do you think it's one of Mercy's family?
Could be. I don't know why else someone would have horns.
I mean, it's an intimidating fashion statement, that's for sure.
It's a unique fashion statement.
So what do you guys want to do now? We know it's their boat. Just a boat, other than it's heavily guarded at the moment. We could go into town, investigate ourselves. We could
do one thing that we could ask, and I could is see where some of the people who work on the ship go to drink, and then maybe ask them later when they're not near a ship.
That's a good idea. I'm wondering if they sleep on the ship or if they stay in town.
we could find somewhere a bit more discreet and just sort of keep an eye on them.
That
Or at least have
could.
someone do.
Mm-hmm.
But I like this idea, Gail. Only problem is you are a very pretty elf woman with a very manly voice, and that is a bit odd.
I do know I can change it a little bit, so that way it isn't so deep.
Really?
A friend showed me, so I can practice.
Can you do it for me right now?
Of course I can, dear.
Callie kind of starts back, like, oh, okay.
Ro is shocked Pikachu.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. How's your game? Can you flirt well with him? Because if you want to have drinks with them, it sounds like you want to flirt with them.
I could if I wanted to, but I'm more interested in getting this done and leaving. To be honest, it takes a little bit of effort to keep this up.
Fair enough.
Sorry, never mind.
Will.
I mean, Cal, this is usually your boat.
I mean, Gail wants to try. I'm more than happy to let him.
There's no reason both can't try.
Do you
Or
want
like
to
we've
go
just
try to pick up some semen, Gail?
All right. Gail's gonna look for honestly the closest one that looks like they're just like a normal lowly dockhand.
I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on Gale as we start to head off for the charisma.
Daya's gonna like kind of hang back on the dock.
Is that a second level?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the spells.
Okay. No, I can't remember. Brain hurt bad.
I'm sorry.
Stop drinking that brain hurt juice.
Shut up. I'll be fine.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you have advantage in all charisma checks.
Okay, and you're just trying to go for a dockhand, not one of the guys on the boat.
I'll go for
Not
someone
specifically on the boat, but somebody who's like clearly working in and around the boat.
I will go for someone on the boat.
Well, if any of you are going to try to get onto the boat, first things
Or
first.
no, trying to get onto the boat.
Yeah, you're just going to try and go to like a dockhand who's around.
I'm fully planning on
so.
shouting up to the people on the boat.
Okay, well, there's on the dock leading up to their boat. There is a very large burly man holding a maul that is at the gangplank itself.
And he's like he's essentially barring us from entry.
Yep.
You cut out.
Yep.
Okay. I guess I will sort of flirtily walk my way up to him and say, "Hey, sailor, pretty nice boat you got there.
Yes.
Love to see it a little up close. Is it yours?"
No.
No. Ooh, that's exciting. But do you work on it?
Yes.
Do you want to show me around a little bit?
No.
He's like he's like the toad.
You're trying so hard, sweetie.
Well, you're no fun. Perhaps one of your friends will be more agreeable, and I will try to walk past him. Just sort of like unthreateningly, just trying to like, oh.
He will just lay out a very large meaty hand and push you back away from the gangplank.
I will turn to Gale and sort of give him a questioning look, like, what do you want to do now?
Does Gale notice anyone worth going up to?
Well, on the boat itself, there's of course the priesty guy. There are plenty of actual dock workers you could try to talk to.
Yeah.
You have those as options. Yeah, I mean,
dock workers sounds like the best option, so
it might be.
yeah. At least in Gale's mind, anyway. Go honestly to one of the first ones he sees. Excuse me.
Hello. Yes.
I'm new in town. I'm only going to be in town for one evening as I'm passing through, but I could probably use a drink tonight. Do you have a recommendation of anywhere here in town to drink?
Yes, I absolutely do. I hope I hope you don't mind a bit of a rowdy location, though.
Oh, the rowdier the better.
All right. In that case, I'd recommend Macho Marty's.
Macho Marty's.
Macho Marty's.
Macho Marty's.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Specifically, it's Macho Marty's mugs.
Well, thank you, dear. I'll make sure that I swing by there. Maybe hope to see you there.
Kind of gives him a wink and starts walking away.
Yes. And you walk away.
I'm just harassing the guard dude.
Jesus.
What's that about?
I will be honest. Unless you attempt to roll, she's not likely to just let you on.
No,
you could certainly attempt a persuasion roll, and but flirting with him does not appear to be working.
No, I just give him a bit of a grief and then walk away.
It's gonna be a dick to this guy projecting the boat.
as soon as the
No, I think it's very funny, actually.
He's not fun.
Let me in. No. Oh.
I distracted him. That's what matters.
It's fair.
As soon as the squad is all back together, Ro's gonna look at everyone and go, "Okay, guys, now this may or may not be a bad decision. What I'm about to do, it's not a life or death one, but like maybe personally a bad decision. But should I do it?
What is it?
I don't want to tell you because then you'll tell me not to."
I think it's an excellent idea.
I don't want to say without knowing.
Gale is writing you a blank check.
I know.
I
Just starts like
go for it, I guess.
nodding her head, and she walks past. Can we see? We can see the guy with the horns, right? Like he's visible.
Yep.
Oh no.
All right.
Here we
Ro's
go.
gonna cup her hands around her mouth, and she's gonna go, "Hey you! You look pretty horny and alone up there. What's your
Who let her out?
What?
Bless you, Joe.
I love this long
Okay.
silence. This is a very telling silence. I'm very into it.
You look very horny and alone up there.
It's
Gale's laughing.
Cal's laughing too.
Somewhere
Yeah,
I can feel the shiver
turns
go down her
around.
spine.
Dave's
turns
trying to
around
keep
and
a
gives
straight
a thumbs up.
Cal gives a thumbs up back, like, yeah, you're doing great, sweetie. Go.
They just
Same with me.
shrugs like,
Intelligence.
well, it was well.
Intelligence.
Not this is not the
of
dumbest thing
7.
she's ever seen.
That 7 intelligence is showing, but the 17 charisma might come in handy.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm really rooting for you.
So
I am
are you going
immediately-
for like flirting, jokey insult, or just insult?
like flirting. Like, hey.
Okay, just roll charisma.
I'm really
Straight
rooting
charisma?
for you.
Just
Alright.
straight
I
charisma.
want this.
Don't want to look.
You look horny and alone.
Oh,
Not great.
It's not bad.
not
No,
bad.
no,
Well,
that's no. Charisma. Like ability checks are basically just d20 plus your ability. That's it. So that's not bad.
Okay, cool. I am afraid.
please.
Also, like I say, we're not immediately within eyesight of the guy who.
Oh
was
no,
harassing
you're
him.
not.
Okay, just want to make that clear.
Come on.
So
wow.
you see the war priest kind of turn and look in your direction from where he's standing on the boat. And let me just do one thing.
Two fears.
I love
My
this.
fears.
You, and Gale, and the other 4 are off there.
Oh no.
Oh.
Are you
Oh, no.
serious?
Why are you
Is a
so
thing
worried?
happening?
Everything is fine.
It's fine. Keep going.
It's fine.
Why are all you so worried?
Don't worry about it. I'm
Because we know
It's fine.
A map or
Here's what
is
he's
it
saying,
just a
here's
drawing
part.
thing?
I don't know
Out
why
of
you're so
curiosity-
worried.
Is the art up or is it?
No, it's not.
Why are all you so worried? Don't
Okay,
be
all I'm
worried.
saying,
I'm
all I
here
see is
only
the
to
art.
fuck.
It's very weird.
Hey, Connor, remember a conversation at like
Everyone.
2 p.m. earlier? Yeah, that's why.
Stop being worried.
Oh my-
Everything's fine. We're about
I
to go
took a
on
chihuahua
the best
and
boat
Waiting
party
with
ever.
bated breath.
Yeah. Oh, finally I see it. I finally see it, you guys.
Oh, you can actually see something now?
Yeah.
I didn't change anything.
No. But what
Like-
I see,
Like, no joke.
what
I
I
didn't change
see-
shit.
it,
Oh.
Oh no!
oh,
We got one boat.
are you?
Oh
Fear.
no.
So,
Trading photo.
you watch as the man, the war priest, walks
gonna
over
shoot
towards the edge of the boat
This guy?
near the railing. Oh yes, that guy. Right here. He goes over to the edge of the boat and kind of leans his arms on the side at the railing and looks down at you, Ro.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch as
Just
he reaches his
smiling.
arms up to his helmet and undoes some clasps, and he watches it kind of folds apart as it has to allow for him to take the helmet off and show off his horns.
Yeah.
And you see a skin color is all the same, correct?
Oh,
He is a light gray like Mercy.
What color?
Light gray like Mercy.
Shush.
Light gray. You see a light gray skinned tiefling man with ibex horns that curl back towards his ears, with bright red hair and green eyes.
I wonder who he's related to.
I will say
You see that he has a faint scar that curls up from his chin towards his lip, past his upper lip. It doesn't take away from his attractiveness, no. He's a fairly good-looking man.
Fun fact, all
Oh
of
my
Mercy's
God.
family's hot.
Question: do we see the
Horns.
family
Ram
resemblance?
horns. Oh my god.
Gray skinned tiefling,
With
Bright red hair.
bright red hair. You can see it.
Okay.
You
Just
could
wanted to make sure.
definitely
It,
see
it would be an awful lot of coincidences otherwise.
Because
He looks like a young. He looks youngish. Like how old is he compared to Mercy?
he is 2 years older than Mercy.
He looks a little older than Mercy.
So brother, not father.
Father. Oh.
So he's at the
And he
railing.
looks
what does
down
he
at you,
do?
Ro, and goes, "Well, that's an interesting way to get my attention."
Oh no.
I'm an interesting kind of gal.
Clearly. So, can I help you with anything?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not plan past this point. I rely solely on my wits, and it takes me a minute or two to come up with more things.
He gives you a very charming smile.
I'm gonna,
Mercy, are you looking for in-law?
I'm gonna apologize.
Hi.
I did put in a sheet. He's charismatic.
Yeah. Cool. I'm doomed. Awesome.
That's good to hear. So, aside from attracting my attention, is there anything else?
I mean, what's your name, my guy?
Armir.
I'm Ophelia.
Oh my god, did you forget your own goddamn? He was so high you forgot your own name.
Fine, we'll kill him. It won't matter.
I'm Ophelia.
I'm Ophelia. That was more me because I was looking at my own fucking name on.
Damn, I love it.
I mean, in
Also, what's his name
fairness,
again?
Armir. A-R-M-I-R.
What's his last name?
Fuck you, I'm not telling you.
You can ask Mercy. She knows it.
Yeah.
Yo, Mercy.
you're not there.
She's not-
You're not there,
I know.
You don't know about
Making
this.
memes.
I'm so mad at myself
Roll,
for
roll
making
deception
hot.
for that recovery.
Roll the
Which notice her fake name rolls very well.
It was I loved it. I
You say-
loved that.
Have you've seen
Deception?
Spider-Verse, right?
Deception.
Wanda.
Wanda.
I think he's a cleric, which means probably got high wisdom to insight that.
I don't
It
know.
was a good save,
We
though.
shall see.
I have no idea of his
No.
stats.
That was a 1.
It's like
Her name's Wanda.
What a pretty name.
Morales.
That is a very pretty name.
Ro kind of does the bashful thing where she puts her head down and twirls a piece of hair because that's how you do things.
A flirt and heterosexual.
Yeah, right. I don't know how to go past this. That's me in real life, not in game life.
Keep flirting.
I mean,
You could keep flirting. You could very well just be like, oh well, hope that I catch up to you or something like that. You know. See,
Oh, you can invite him to a
you can see how
bar.
you could see how used to talking in character and playing as characters I am, because I immediately went, oh yeah, I know how I would flirt as a woman. I could do it.
You could hope to see him at a bar later or something.
You could ask to see his ship.
Or that.
That's to see his ballista.
I hold on really quick
I have to
before
see his ship
anything goes on.
windows.
It's okay. Imagine a future scenario in which Ro is getting on the ship, looking back at the party like, "What the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing?"
I believe in hero. Do what you want.
Yeah. She's just gonna keep looking up at him, and she's gonna be like, "Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I don't do this a lot. Do you want to get a drink later? Maybe." Or we could skip the drink.
Unfortunately, I am not able to be drinking.
But is the second option still on the table?
It is entirely on the table.
Could it be on the boat per se? Or if you're not comfortable with the boat, hey, listen, I get seasick.
I would have no problem with it.
You could see my face right now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
My mouth is just open, like.
I'm seething over here.
I am so excited.
I told
The best part is that Jess is literally right next to Joe. This is
Cassidy
fascinating.
Connor is flirting with Jill. No, wait, never mind.
No.
I forgot Harvey.
I don't want to flirt with Jill. Sorry, Jill.
No,
I just
it's
don't like
cool.
flirting with other
Can't
people.
wait until you try and flirt with Morgan.
No.
I would just like to
told
point
you.
out that as soon as we saw his face, Cal looked at Dea and nudged her.
She
Looks
nods
like
back,
Nancy
like,
or
yeah.
something. I want to
Obviously.
let that out there. Anyway, continue. Flirt. Go
One
get
of the
that
first
laid.
things I told you was to not sleep with my evil sibling. What did you do?
Oh, he's the evil one?
Oh my god!
No,
Guys, come on.
He's just misunderstood.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, seriously though, seriously.
But no, Ro's just kind of gonna look at him and then look at the ramp onto the boat and then look at him. Just is this happening? Are we doing this?
If
That's
Ro looks back to
up to
her, he's giving the thumbs up like, yeah, go for it.
Low intelligence.
Oh my god, you're really one of those loose think ships people.
Huh?
The
Well,
old saying, loose
Something
lips.
about loose lips.
I mean,
Shit.
No, yeah, that. The spies that used to sleep with people specifically to try to get info.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. God damn it, why did I make my family hot?
But yeah, so
So what would you like to do? This is Connor talking, not
Ro wants to fuck. That's
Well,
her
then
main.
play your character.
Well, I don't want to approach the thing and then him be like, just fucking with you. Get shot.
Although I
Okay,
would've
so your
found out.
options are either that or you get on the boat and get to fuck. So I failed to see what you have to
rolled,
lose here.
You rolled pretty well with charisma.
Okay.
You can either try to get him off the boat
Just do
somewhere
it.
else, or you
Look.
can.
Play the character. Commit.
Okay.
In other words, don't commit because she doesn't. But still,
Don't pussy out.
no,
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Jessica opened her mouth to say words, and I immediately felt the cursed energy in the room. Yeah.
As Jess glares at you.
Oh no, I'm mad.
Rose gonna approach the boarding, whatever the ship. Yeah, that.
Yes. Okay. So, he will go up to to the boarding planks, and he will take you by the arm and escort you into his quarters.
Oh my
And
god!
that is where we'll leave the session off. As
Oh, by the
Will looks
way.
back
Hey!
at the team
Hey! Oh my fucking god!
and goes to get that dick.
You're sleeping with the evil woman. You could not even sleep with the good sister.
We got time.
Do not sleep. My favorite is not a roundup game.
Make a
Wait,
motion to
wait,
race.
wait. Have Ro and Mercy fucked?
No.
No, Mercy thinks she's pretty, but she's a bitch.
Yeah, that's true. Can't confirm. Ro
Okay,
is in
hey,
fact a
sex.
bitch.
Just, we're all gonna fucking die. We're gonna die.
And
No,
that's
I
what
was
we're
gonna have a
pick up
great time.
That's what we'll be picking up next session. After Ro gets laid.
I want you guys to